Hey, Jake.
Hey, Brad. I did something for the first time earlier today, and
Heyo.
Scott's not here this time, so he's not going to wheeze uncontrollably at the slightest innuendo. But
you think people every single week now are like, is Scott, when are we going to know if Scott's going to be on?
Yeah.
For better or for worse. So there's got to be teams forming, one way or the other.
Right now, everyone is in their head kind of has a side.
Like, thank goodness. Or,
oh, we're going to miss the wheeze.
The Monday is only like a, 8.5 now instead of a 10 for some people.
Which we don't know the exact timing. I bet there's a good chance Scott does join for the second half of this podcast.
You think he's going to be here physically?
Yeah.
Really?
It's Scott.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's like, yeah, I could probably make it for the last, 15 to 20 minutes or so. So also, I'll drive like an hour, round trip to get here.
But yeah, better get this story out of the way before Scott's here, or there's going to be a lot of wheezing. So yeah, the new house, the Promise House, a few things were left.
The pee house is what we're calling it.
The pee house, yeah. The house I like to pee sitting down in. Which, by the way...
all you guys are freaks.
I got so much good,
I can't believe that.
Dude, I got texts from people I haven't heard of since college. Being like, dude, my wife sent me that clip, dude. Yes, it's a great way to start the day.
Oh my goodness.
Grant Huderberg texted me. He's like, hey, Lauren sent me the clip. He's like, it's awesome. A great
way. You
easy
would.
transition of the day. Check the phone. Take a load off. I can't believe that I took such a bold stance, not knowing if a single person was going to relate to me. And thankfully, a lot of people did.
A lot of people, like
Rachel
everyone.
Literally just texted me, her friend, she's with her friend Kate. She said, Kate told me to tell you that she listened to this week's podcast and on her flight. Yeah. And she laughed out loud when you said you sit down to pee because she is dating someone named Jake and he does too.
No way. I did. I sat down. I usually defecate in the morning. Parents,
and you sit down.
Tell your kids if you want to, what that means. And I sit down to do that. And I sat down today, and obviously, usually I urinate before I defecate. And I thought to myself, if this was all I was doing, I would be sick. I would be sick of myself.
No, yeah.
You're just how long? Over under 3.5 minutes that you're sitting there.
Oh, that's a good over under. I bet it's probably under that. It's
good.
Something crazy.
Yeah. Because that also is like, if you're going to be there, you might as well defecate then.
No, that is funny. And the more I think about it, it makes sense that you're not about this because you hate the ground.
Hate the ground.
So sitting.
I do love sitting though. Because sitting's not the ground.
But it's closer to the ground.
Yeah. Well, I also don't love jumping. It's not like I'm like, hey, those monkey bars are my favorite thing.
All right. Anyway. The Promise House came with a few things. They left a extra fridge in the garage, just covered in their children's drawings. Sticker that says, "What would Jimmy Buffett do?"
Yeah.
Moonshine. It appears to be moonshine in the fridge, and
Seriously?
old pizzas. I don't know what it is. It looks like nasty enough to be kombucha, but not like plant-based enough.
I know we're getting way off track from the story, but what's up with moonshine? Like, is it illegal? Is it not illegal? Is it like legal some places?
It's a good question.
Was it recently legal? Like, I feel like people are drinking moonshine now, and I'm like, is it one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's like a Cuban cigar where it's illegal, but people have them? I don't know.
Those are illegal.
Oh yeah.
How come?
Because they're from Cuba. I think
we're not allowed to like import anything from Cuba.
I don't know about anything, but I know about cigars.
Weird. That seems like such a weird rule.
It is.
We hate those guys.
I think they hate us.
I know so much. We don't
hate anybody
about global
Americans love everybody. People just don't like America.
I'm a global affairs expert. I know so much about what's going on.
You're GAE.
They left us. I'm a gay.
Mm-hmm.
They left just bottles of weird stuff in the fridge. They didn't clean it out at all. Just a ton of honestly garbage. Just a bummer. One of the other things they left was a bidet in the master bath.
Oh yeah.
And
pee house bidet.
I've been, just kind of knowing like, hey, there's certain things in life that can be scary and you need to kind of be encouraged to do them.
Hey-o.
Should I do the Rachel laugh?
I haven't listened back to that yet.
I haven't yet either.
Okay.
I'm excited too.
I was in the moment. I was like, I love this.
She's funny, dude.
Yeah.
She's funny. She sent me a screenshot a couple days ago. It was like our first like exchanges ever. And we were funny. It was nice to look back because it wasn't cringy. It was like, oh, we were both really funny with each other right off the bat. Thank goodness.
Do you want to keep it private?
It's
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
pretty PG.
Heyo.
17.
No, it was just like funny stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm not ever gonna get to this.
This is great. Also, one of the things that you guys left, or that they left, was a frozen piece of like hamburger, like frozen.
Yeah, just
that was pretty great. Thank you for that, by the way. We have it in our house. I'm sure we'll use it sometime.
I 100% know what happened. They moved in a hurry. They were trying to just like offload everything they had in here, and there was a frozen, like, I don't know, pound of meat. You think it's a pound? Half pound?
No idea. That's one of those things like
Cuban cigars.
You could tell me that's 18 pounds. I believe you. Like, sure. No idea.
Especially with cost. I would be the worst person.
Couldn't even take an educated guess, brtter.
The Price is Right.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Get my mom. Get every single mom on there. Don't ask a millennial.
I'd be on the Showcase Showdown just looking at every other person. Outside.
No clue.
Sorry, can we talk about that really quick? Like the pound of meat or whatever?
Yeah, I want to talk about the meat. Yeah, they left in a hurry. They're trying to get everything out of the fridge, and up in like the freezer shelf, it's jammed into the top of the freezer, and you can't get it out because it's so frozen, and you can't even get the shelf off because it's so perfectly fitting in there.
Yeah.
So they just left it.
So the first night you guys got here,
one of the first things we did in the house was unplug the fridge and wait for it to thaw out and give it to the Ellises. Housewarming, reverse housewarming.
Which I don't know if it's good to like unfreeze, refreeze, whatever. We'll let you know in a few weeks.
I don't think it didn't like thaw like outdoors for days.
It didn't, fine. But I took it home and there was some blood in the bag.
Blood. You know? Once again, don't know if that's bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
worked out for OJ. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning with Chike and Brad, Ghostrunners podcast. There's some weeks, guys, that we have plenty to talk about, and there's other weeks where it's like, hey man, I don't know exactly what we're going to be talking about this week, and those are the fun weeks, baby, because then we talk about OJ and bloody meat.
That was the bidet story.
No, I want to hear
what you guys think.
Let's start the next piece of meat in the podcast. Gotcha. Yeah, that was the appetizer.
Something else they left behind was a bidet, fully installed bidet in the master bath. Mm-hmm. And I knew it was like, this is my opportunity to like try this. I wouldn't have done it on my own necessarily, but now that it's like available, it's like, it's time. And so I made sure Rachel's out of town this weekend. You know, I made sure like this is going to be a very private thing. I don't want anyone around. I don't want anyone to know what's going on.
You want to be able to fail a few times and not be like, you know,
this is my journey. Yeah. Okay. I don't want anyone bothering me. I put my phone on airplane mode. This is just between me and the bidet. And so, yeah, you know, and as a man, you know, these are baby steps, really. I got a prostate exam coming, colonoscopy. Yeah, I mean, like 40% of men have to get that.
40%?
I have no idea.
100%. I'm pretty sure.
100% of men have to get a colonoscopy?
Colonoscopy?
There's no way.
Colonoscopy like that? Yeah.
100% of men?
Yes, dude.
No way.
Yes.
That's a major procedure.
No, it's not. It's like, wait, colonoscopy is like when they test you for your colon cancer. Everybody gets tested. Everybody, dude. Everybody.
I'm going to Google.
It's like when you turn whatever it is, 45, 50 years old.
Yeah, the prostate exam.
No, dude, they're different. Colonoscopy, everyone gets them.
Huh. Okay.
Dude, you're getting a noscopy. You are. You're getting the nosc.
Okay, so I Googled mandatory colonoscopy. I don't know if that was the right term, but the top article says 5 reasons not to get a colonoscopy by Columbia Surgery.
That's the internet, dude.
Okay, well, it's not like I went searching for like, don't get colonoscopy information. Okay, colonoscopies are not only an important screening tool, but actually preventative because they can detect precancerous polyps.
Maybe, I mean, it's not like mandatory, but I think
you should.
I think if you're a male out there and you are 56 years old or above, you've had a colonoscopy. Comment below if you know, are still alive and haven't gotten one yet.
Yeah, last week it was like convince Brad not to get a cat. This time convince Jake to get a colonoscopy. Even if you haven't had one, just like, let's see what you got.
Knack Baxter, certified MD, he'll let you know that the nosc is necessary.
It's funny, there's clearly a ton of men Googling this because a lot of the suggested searches are like, can I avoid a colonoscopy? Is it required? Why do I have to get a colonoscopy?
Dude, yeah, the things that like the conversations, it's so amazing. Like as you get older, the things that you're interested in talking about just continue to change. Obviously,
well, it's around the river bend. It's coming.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, like the thing right now for me in my 30s and my friends that are 30 to 40 years old is vasectomies. Like so many people,
Ooh.
like, you know, like people, I have a conversation with so many guys where it's like, you have 3 kids, right? Yeah. You guys have 3 kids too, right? And they're like, yeah, but we're probably done after 3. And I'm like, are you probably done or like scientifically done?
Permanently.
They're like, no, not yet, you know, or, you know, some people have like the stories. Actually, I think I told the story on the podcast of that guy I saw in McLean's that was like gingerly walking over to me. And he looked like he was homeless. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, that's my neighbor. Guess whose master bedroom that we're sitting right now?
Ah.
Yeah.
That was old.
Snip, Tyler. Had a 4th and was like, oh boy.
He's like, all right.
Anyway.
It's time to get some moonshine.
Yeah. I think that's the next thing, you know, 10 years from now, we'll be talking about the NOSC.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. So, and that's fine. I think from what I've heard from people who've gotten it, it's a no pain procedure.
And it like, you don't have to drink any kind of like, you don't have to have any kind of like fast for it or have any kind of nasty barium or whatever that stuff is. So
what's barium?
I don't know. It's like something that you drink to like help with, I don't know, flushing you out or something. I might be wrong about barium, but I know they have to drink something like that.
Sounds cool.
Yep. Fun times. Okay. So you got a bidet. How many minutes are we into this?
No, it's, yeah, we're like 10 minutes in.
Great.
So, I was saying like baby steps. Like this is just, kind of the stepping stone.
Yep.
To getting closer to my stones, which is good to practice.
Right.
And so I made sure Rachel's out of town, and I wanted it to be kind of a, experience for myself. So
how many lights did you have on?
I was going to say, I lit some candles.
I noticed that all the blinds are shut here.
The blinds are shut. I put on some Anderson .Paak.
Oh, did you? Okay.
My guy.
I was thinking like Enya, Nora Jones.
No, something
you wanted another guy in the room with you though. Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, different strokes, and it was beautiful, really. And it's time. I'm kind of gearing myself up. Like, do you really want to do this? And it's like, yeah, now or never. But it was funny. So it's a new apparatus to me, and I kid you not. So on the right, there's 2 nozzles or 2 like almost like a washer dryer type dial.
Yes,
dial's the word.
Yes.
Top one is cold on the left, warm on the right. I'm like, okay, that's fun. That's nice to have that.
Sure.
But at the same time, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Part of me just wonders, like, can you get hot water that quickly, or I got to run this a while? Is it like the shower water?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, totally.
I don't think it can just be warm right
like
off the
maybe
bat.
just like barely turn on to a little trickle so the warm gets going.
Yeah. And the other dial, I'm not making this up. If you turn it to the left, it says women. So that already on its own is like, how woman are you? You want 100% woman, or you just want a little bit woman?
Okay.
So that was like,
not gonna touch it. Go ahead.
What a spectrum here. And then, dude, if you turn it to the right, the description said nozzle cleanser. So it made
There's
it
no
seem.
men?
Well, that's what I was like. Is it my nozzle? What is it doing? Like if one side is women, you just assume the other side is going to say man, but it doesn't say man. It says nozzle cleanser.
Well, I mean, not to get like politically incorrect, but I think that's like an ancient term for men that we're not supposed to say anymore.
I think, yeah, it is a
Listen
little.
Here, you little nozzle cleanser.
It's a bit antiquated. I know.
Hey, come on.
After the Ottoman Empire, they kind of stopped saying it.
That's when it was. Yeah.
It was. And then it bled into like 1930s, 1940s Germany. It's like a Nazi cleanser. And then people were like, all right, we got to stop saying this.
Yeah, they called it Notzel cleanser back there.
Cleanser.
Nina Notzel cleanser.
Nina Nazi cleanser. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. Women, and it was a dial. It wasn't like a switch, like are you a woman or are you not? It was like a spectrum.
Yes.
How woman are you?
Okay.
And on the right was how much do you need your nozzle cleaned?
Okay. So what'd you go with? Did you go in the middle?
So
split the middle?
In the middle, there is a word above the middle that says wash.
I just love all the other options of like in the middle there is a like I think it's a raven or maybe a hawk. like all these different like just random like
it was a dice with 4 on it.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like, are you feeling lucky? Like, you want to gamble? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Monopoly Man on there, Daddy Warbucks.
You really could do anything. Yeah. Or if it just like, I mean, yeah, you could really take this joke however you want. The left is woman, the right is man. In the middle, it just said like Leah Thomas, Caitlyn Jenner.
Right.
Just like, how are you feeling? Like, we got to, it's for everybody.
Sure.
Bidets are for everybody. So anyway, I keep it in the middle. I go wash. And, I'm about to just like,
You go cold or hot? Hot.
So I tried to go like 2/3 warm. I was like, I don't know.
Good for you.
There was a little warning because if you went all the way to the right, it was like, this will be hot. I'm like, okay.
Kind of like that, like warning on like, coffee cups in McDonald's.
Yeah, they
Coffee's
have
hot.
to.
Yeah, water's hot.
Got to throw it out there.
Okay.
And so I'm like, all right, I'm about to, open the blowhole here. So I got to figure out like, how accurate are these things? Like I've never really looked at one and I realized I'm already sitting down. I've already done my business and I didn't look like where the spout is. Like, how do I adjust myself on the saddle here?
I would just, as you're doing it, kind of just, here's the pack's already going.
Find it.
Just get a rhythm going. What you doing? Where you at?
I'm right here.
There's a blowhole.
Find my crack.
Find my crack.
So I'm trying to like kind of look through the rickets and just kind of see what we've got down there.
Rickets.
Or I don't know, look through the banisters and see like, and I can't find any kind of spout. Honestly, it's very discreet on their part. So I'm like, all right, let's just like, Old Faithful, let's just blow this thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know where it's going to go. I'm like, we're going to find out. I lift the nozzle up and dude, bullseye.
Nirvana.
Yeah. Direct hit. Sunk my battleship. How else do you want me to put it? Whoa.
Shrapnel everywhere.
Yeah. Hiroshima was devastated. It was never the same.
Whoa.
Eye of the storm. It hit every mark. It was a little like, whew, but it wasn't like.
Did you make a noise, you think?
I don't think I made a noise. But it was cold. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it couldn't get warm that quick.
Yes. So did you then experiment more?
Actually,
I would have.
I just remembered the gas guy doesn't come till Monday. That could be it.
That could be it.
That could be
That's definitely it.
That's probably it. Okay.
This hot water is full of crap.
I was trying to schedule all these things to come to the house and, because everything, people who want to come install stuff, washer, dryer, whatever, it's like, which the freaking Best Buy people, they're like, we will be there from noon to 6. I'm like,
come on.
That's like an exaggerate. That's like something you would put in a video as a joke. It's like, we'll be there from noon to 6. It's like, you can do that? It's a huge window. So I'm trying to schedule all these things to make it make sense where Rachel could be here. But I crisscrossed myself because the gas guy, after I submitted everything, then he was like, do not be here. And so I scheduled that for Monday as well. He's like, it's dangerous for you to be here. I was like, what are you about to do to my house? So,
well, just have her come. Whoever, if she's here or you're here, just go over to my house for that time.
Yeah. No, it'll be fine. It's just I'm trying to be so efficient, and then the gas guy's like, oh no, don't be here at all. I was like, dang it.
Oh, I don't. That's like probably the worst part about getting a new house is like having to set up all those things.
Oh yeah, and it's so funny. Peter gave me like all these phone numbers to call. I'm like, gosh, I don't want to call these people, and I'm like, hold on. It's 2022.
Yeah.
I bet they have online service. They do. It's pretty easy to set it up online, but still. Now none of it's the same as Olathe. So now I have like, probably 9 different utility things under my name.
Right.
Google Fi, keep that the same.
5 vibe.
There you go. More terabytes.
Yeah.
But anyway, to wrap up the bidet story. I don't know. I want to talk to other people who've done it, not publicly on a podcast because I don't want to get too gross. It's like, I want to make sure I did it right. I want to make sure like, PSI.
So I stayed abroad in Spain. The Europeans, they like you walk into their country, you get your passport stamped and then they give you instructions for a bidet.
They kind of hose you down.
Yeah. No, but our host mom, like my host family had a bidet at their house. And for the first, I was there for 5 months, I think. And I think the first 4 months I was like, I'm not messing with that.
Really?
And then finally I went for it. And there's different kinds of bidet. Like you have like a little like a ditch add-on bidet. This one was like a toilet with like a separate like toilet kind of looking bidet thing next to it.
Yeah, this is like another lid.
Yeah. And so I think I like yours. I did use one. Cool guy Sammy, whenever I went to Philadelphia with him, his parents had one.
Okay.
Similar to I think what you have. And I was like, I gotta try this out. They're like anything like that. I'm always like if I go to somebody's house and they have one of those showers that has like 18 nozzles, I'll turn them all on.
Let's enter the rainforest.
100%. I'm like, well, let's see if I don't know which one I'm gonna like the best. Turns out I don't really need more than one.
It's a lot of water. I had a shower for 6 months that it was like.
That's right. You had that like.
It was a couple shower.
Oh yeah.
And I almost drowned myself a couple times. There was so much water. I was like gasping for air. I couldn't find the knob. I couldn't turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I went for it, and I don't have any crazy stories or anything, but I'm 100% the kind of person that's like, well, I'll see what every single thing does.
I'll try it twice.
Yeah, I'll see what it's like to be a woman. I'll see what it's like to be,
a nozzle cleanser.
But I'm excited for you.
It was fun. And just another thing that would be so fun if I was moving in here now, but I keep remembering, gotta wait.
Yeah. There's an expediting way though. I'm just saying. It's a little place I like to call
kind of a passport thing.
Aspen. No, I'm just kidding. Vegas.
Eloping.
When are we going? I thought of Vegas and I thought of the Raiders and I thought of we're going to a football game kind of.
It's kind of soon, yeah. Maybe like 2 Mondays from now.
Yeah, that's like one of those things of like
3 Mondays.
I haven't thought about that at all yet.
I know we got so much going on, dude.
We got a lot going on.
I know.
Tell them what's going on tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. So it's happening, and I feel bad for Brad a little bit, but I mean it's out of everyone's control. But Brad and I and Trey are all performing stand-up comedy together for the first time. I knew this day would come eventually, and it's cool that Brad's getting his opportunity. It stinks that it's on 48 hours notice, maybe less.
I will say it's not nearly as nerve-wracking for like 5 minutes. He's like 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm like, great. Like the San Diego one was on like whatever 72 hours notice, and it was like, how about 30 minutes? And it's like, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 5 minutes is going to fly by, especially because you have material that you know, like, all right, these two things work the best. Or if you could shorten the like birth story, I don't know what you want to do.
It's funny. Like I might not use any of the material from San Diego. Like
I don't know. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
suggest that.
Well, but like so many of the things were like more geared towards that audience. I don't know. We'll
gotcha.
See. But yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun no matter what.
And if you want, I mean, what's pretty normal for a host is like you'll do 5 minutes. And then I'll go, and then you could do another 5 before you introduce Trey.
Oh, that could be interesting.
So, if you want to like,
I didn't even think about me being like the host. I guess.
Yeah, you truly are kind of a host. Like, cool. And you'll even close it out at the end of the night. Not with necessarily more jokes, but it's like, thank you guys for coming. Cool. They might have announcements for you to make.
Okay. I will learn how to do all that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll come natural. It's pretty easy, but yeah, we're doing it. Awesome. Trey and I were supposed to be in Orlando this weekend, but Hurricane Ian came through, and I mean, they literally shut down the airport. Like, we could not go there, couldn't perform, and coincidentally, the headliner at the KC Improv Comedy Club canceled. So I don't know if they called Trey. I don't know how it happened. It's just so
it was
perfect.
Just like, serendipitous.
Yeah, kind of. So all things that have, kind of worked in a certain way to now where Brad gets to perform.
Yep.
And I'm really excited. I think for you, for us, I'm feeling a lot better after the Huntsville shows this past weekend.
Tell me about it.
Because I was pretty open on the podcast after the Virginia Beach shows. I was pretty excited about what I had written, and most of it, like, it didn't flop. That's probably pretty aggressive. But
Scale 1 to 10.
It was just like a 4. It was just like people were like, oh, okay. They would laugh at some of it, but they definitely weren't like resonating like I thought they would be.
Right.
So I basically went back to the drawing board and just wrote all new stuff. And it worked. A lot of it worked for the most part. Still, obviously, have a long way to go. But my favorite joke to tell, which I'm going to keep it somewhat a secret because I want you guys to be, surprised and fun when you come to a show. But it was a story from last week on the podcast. So it was fresh. It was something I was not planning on going into there with, but I felt good the way it came across on the podcast. I was like, I'm going to try this on stage with some new jokes. And it crushed. And I'm so excited to keep working on that and making it better. So
that's awesome. I feel like there was one, it was the night that we had basketball. You texted everybody. You're like, I brought the house down. Did you guys bring the house down? Or something like that. So just like, you just felt good. It was like, you got that high back in you.
Yeah, I did. I had a great first show, which I can't remember if there were any ghosties at that one, but in the middle of a joke, a girl just yelled, which I think I edited the clip, but I don't need to play it for you guys. I'll just describe it. She just yells out at me, were you homeschooled? Which is just a great thing to ask someone, and it just like, I think it kind of like frazzled me and everyone could tell it frazzled me. And so we were all just kind of laughing at that. And I made some comment. I was like, Trey and I get thousands of comments a week online and none of them get to us. None of them bother us. But being yelled at a comedy club, were you homeschooled? I was like, that penetrates a little bit. that got to me there. It tried to act like I was hurt by it and all this stuff. And
hey, man, we're going to make homeschool a compliment,
Yeah. And what was great is that happened about a third of the way into my set. So I kept getting to like bring that back up again. And people love that. I kept being like, but I would screw something up. Like if I went to public school, it wouldn't happen.
Sorry guys, I'm not used to talking in front of everybody but my mom.
Yeah. Like, how does a water fountain work, you guys? And so she just gave me material. That was so fun. And I think kind of in that moment, I was like, let me ask you a question. Were you homeschooled? And she's like, yeah, public school. I was like, but how did it feel when I asked you? It didn't feel good, did it? And everyone just kind of laughed at that. So that was fun. And I just felt so good about that. The new material. I was just very encouraged because honestly, I was telling Rachel the night before, which I'll just be completely transparent. We always are on the podcast, but like I didn't want to go to Alabama, which I've
Seriously?
never felt that way before. I was feeling so overwhelmed, and we have so much stuff going on. And, I feel like just every day, it's just like, yeah, there's so many tasks, there's so many things. And on top of that was the house stuff last week. I feel like I had so much stuff with the house to do and all these other life things. And I was like, on top of all this, I have to go be a stand-up comedian this weekend.
Yeah.
And it felt kind of not necessarily like a chore, but it was just like, I don't want to do this right now.
Sure.
And, but I mean, then that lasted a couple hours maybe.
It's one of those classic, like, yeah, no matter what your life is, you're always going to feel that way sometimes.
And of course I snapped out of it.
We're fleshly sinners and whatever.
Yeah. I gave myself kind of time to have the perspective, and I was like, Jake, suck it up.
Exactly.
You are overwhelmed by
all
success.
The good things that are going on. Yeah.
What if you were stressed about you couldn't pay rent? What if you were stressed about some health issue?
Yeah.
Like, you're fine. Suck it up. Go live your dream. Go perform stand-up comedy. Kill it, dude.
Right.
And so I went to Chick-fil-A from like 7 to like 10 p.m. I shut it down and I wrote a lot of stuff and tried to memorize it the night before Huntsville. And I felt good about it. So
that's awesome.
Excited to perform for hopefully some friends and whatnot.
Yeah, I think Scott's going to be
Scott's
there.
coming. Rachel's out of town, which she's super bummed about. Garrett Gibson texted me. He's like, dude, can't wait for Saturday night. And I was like, do you mean Friday? He's like, yes. He was like, dude, I'm glad you said something. I was fully planning on showing up on Saturday.
At the basketball game night, you're like, Brad, what are you doing tomorrow night?
I was talking.
Are you in town tomorrow night? And I was like, yeah. Like when we were doing the comedy show, he's like, I meant Sunday night.
I was a full 2 days off.
Chiefs are playing.
And then of course, Brad responds. He's like, dude, I cannot think about Sunday right now. I mean, that's just like our lives.
Was like, because so I have the big thing at McLean's on Saturday. And so like, and I am not ready for that yet. And so much of my stress, like I got back in town yesterday, like evening, and I was like, I need to do so much for McLean's. And then I get this text from Trey being like, hey man, like, would you be interested in, doing this thing? Like super casual. If you're not interested, I totally understand or whatever. But I'm like, I can't not take this opportunity.
Yeah.
It's if anything else, it's a story.
It's here in Kansas City.
Yeah. It's like, it's on a silver platter for me, and it's 5 to 10 minutes. It's not like if anything, I can just go up there and talk to people for 5 minutes and, whatever, be somewhat entertaining.
Is Catherine going to come?
I don't think so.
Parents?
I think my parents are going to come. I actually just talked to my dad on the way over here. My dad's like, hey, are you performing in a comedy show? Because I think you posted something on our Instagram, and it wasn't like I was like trying to keep it a secret, but I was also like, I'm a little bit leery of like too many people seeing me do, not
like your 4th time ever performing stand up, basically.
And like not preparing very well for it. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing if it's like, hey, like actually fun fact. Well, unofficially, Trey invited me to go with you guys to Des Moines as well.
Yeah.
In December. So if you're around that area, come watch us in Des Moines.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really prepared for that. And so that's not like, so I even told my parents,
Scott's already here. Wow. Here for a lot of the
All
pod.
right. So this is the end of the jingle.
Did you guys just start?
Yeah.
We're like 25 minutes in.
Yeah. It smells great. It does smell great.
Yeah, Rachel did a number on it in a good way.
Yeah, Jake tried to fix that. But oh yeah, big time. So anyway, we were talking about like Des Moines. I'm going to be ready for that. Like,
and what I always say whenever we would do like whenever I would do open mic nights, I would keep it on the down low. I was like, what I always said is, I don't want people to come to my practice. I want them to come to my games.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night will feel like more of a game to me. Stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I'm still going to do some new material, but. Yeah, overall, like I could at least feel better, and I would feel the same way if I was in your shoes.
Yeah, and I think I'm always gonna feel that. So on one hand, I was like, I don't know if I want my parents to come, but on the other hand, it's like I'm always gonna have a little bit of insecurity for a long time. Like it's like, and that's not fair to my parents. It's literally in Kansas City.
Kansas City. Let them come watch.
Scott, if nothing else, Scott will laugh out of awkwardness. Like I'm so uncomfortable for Brad right now. Like,
whoa.
So,
you don't have the ThinkPad? Oh.
Definitely did not like cross my mind.
Scott.
It's all right, Scott.
So what are we gonna?
We'll just. Scott just said, "Can you record on his phone and send us that?"
Yeah.
We're just gonna relay everything Scott says. I don't know. That's not that important. That you
let's
talk,
let's do that for the s'mores for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. Cool.
Because Jake's also the editor this week.
Yeah, Justin, our editor, got a cool little gig. He's like performing. He is touring with a band.
Josh Groban, right? Can you imagine? Dude, got the big break.
Yeah.
Me and JG.
The Grobinator.
Yep, the Grobes.
He's on tour, which is fun. I got to see Justin this past week. He came to one of our Huntsville shows, and so we grabbed dinner and got to really catch up. And yeah, he's about to live like the tour bus life. So it was fun to like ask him about that and what he's thinking, what kind of bus, and talk to him and prep him for that. So he's about to live that life. He's gonna be a lighting guy for this like contemporary Christian band. It's like an 8-week long tour.
Cool.
30 cities, something like that.
Wow. He's out of pocket then, Scott just said.
So he will. So yeah, I'm gonna edit this week. So
Gotcha.
Scott, if you can make it less hard on me, that'd be great. No, it'd be fine. It'd be good.
Cool.
But yeah, let's go ahead and or do you have more you want to say about tomorrow night?
No, I don't think I have much. I'm
Cool.
excited.
I'm very excited. You guys start with some jock jams?
I've thought about it. Should I?
I mean, I think it's I really think it's so fun, and I've never seen anyone do anything like it.
Okay. Yeah, I think.
What if we? So funny to me. Dun, 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 dun. That's just so.
I think I would start it kind of like more chill. I would just be like. Dun 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 dun. You like
so
that?
Funny to me.
I
think that's a good host thing to do because
Yeah.
I've seen we had a guy in like Greensboro one time and just a super like upbeat, fun like opener, and I think he would start clapping. He wasn't dun 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 dunning, but he would just like get everyone clapping.
Yeah,
and I liked that. I think people responded well to it.
So you're going to be there tomorrow night, at least for one of the shows, obviously.
Early or late show?
Early, he says.
Good.
Scott said early. Okay, when I'm going to do the whole thing, and then I'm going to go dun 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 dun, and I want you to yell, "Hey!" Dun 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 dun. Hey! Dun dun dun. Hey! Dun dun dun. Hey!
Absolutely.
Okay, I
will record it.
I need it. I need you to wipe.
The best part about that is going to be Sam's reaction.
Scott said the best part of that's going to be Sam's reaction.
Should I come sit back there? He's doing. Sure. Yeah. People are always like, why don't we ever get to see Scott? You can sit back here for
There's room.
3.5 minutes. Oh, we're under 3.5 minutes. Scott can sit here.
Over.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
Only give me 3.5 minutes.
I'm teasing. He just said, you're only going to give me 3.5 minutes.
This is the sausage factory.
Wow. This is the sausage factory, baby. I might smell a little.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you don't smell great.
It's fine.
Yeah, I think you should
Okay.
do.
Good. I appreciate you.
It.
I almost, what if I'll do it no matter what, but peek behind the curtain, Ghostrunners. What if we did like a Ghostrunner story and we said, if we get 30 cameo requests by the time that Brad performs, Brad will do jock jams for the beginning.
Do you know how this works? So we record
I know.
now.
That's what I'm saying.
And then it comes out on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. Instagram.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Peek behind the curtain. I'm doing no matter what. We bamboozled you. But we just made $30, whatever.
I see.
You're like, Brad.
So
No,
this
Instagram's-
isn't live.
Yet.
Dude.
I know, dude.
I know. Guys, my mind is going a mile an hour.
That fast.
When it comes to when Brad and I eventually are like next door neighbors, which we're gonna be eventually.
Wait, like
it's
right
not
away?
now. Don't be disappointed in me.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. But I mean, the options. I mean, what could we do? Daily show, daily live show, global affairs, which we're expert in.
GAEs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A couple of gays.
Yep.
And
Gay guys.
and whatever we want to do. It's just like, I think we have to take advantage. We can't just keep doing what we're doing at the normal pace.
Yes.
Right? I think we're going to regret it someday.
Okay. Yeah. I love it.
Someday, if one of us like moves or upgrades or whatever, and they're like, man, remember when we like
Yeah.
lived next door to each other for 5 years and we just still made a podcast once a week?
Oh, yeah. Content out the waz.
Zoo.
No, just the waz, dude. I don't know. You want to go out the wazoo? I'll go out the
I don't
wazoo.
know. I was trying to yin and yang, zag with you there.
Oh, let's do it. Okay. Content out the waz.
Zang.
Ah, dang
Dang it.
Okay. One more time.
But let us
Content out
know.
the waz.
Zoo.
Okay.
Let us know just some thoughts. You have what comes to mind. What would you guys benefit from? But also, as much as it is fun for us to ask, one of my favorite quotes all time, Henry Ford says, if I would have asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give them a Model T, Brad.
Great quote.
Scott loves the quote. Scott said great quote.
Yeah. Great quote, Scott says.
Scott said great quote.
How much time do each of you get tomorrow? Scott says, he said 5 to 10 minutes. I think it's pretty chill.
Brad will probably go 5. I'll go 20. Brad will maybe go 3 to 5. And then Trey will do like 55.
You're doing 2?
He'll kind of go like in between us. That's typically what like the host does.
Yeah. So the one time I went and saw Jake in Phoenix, like with the comedian or comedy clubs. That's how they do it.
Comedy guy.
Yep. Comedy.
Was I hosting that time, or was the guy who?
I think you were hosting that time.
Was I? That was a guy. He was so he goes on stage and he does this whole bit about how he used to be in the military, and we didn't know that. So he comes backstage.
Yeah, the big guy.
Yeah, and we're like, wow. Alan specifically was like, dude, I had no idea you're in the military. Like, thank you for your service. And this guy just
no way,
totally serious. He goes, I used to have a whole bit about how I hate when people thank me for my service. And we were just like, oh,
no, he did that bit.
Okay,
he did that bit. I think.
Did he really?
I think so. Did we come in the second show?
I don't know. The way he phrased it to us is that he used to do this and doesn't anymore. I don't know. Either way,
maybe I've just heard that story. I feel like he did that though.
Alan and I always talk about that. I was like, dude, what were you thinking? You got to be smarter than to thank a veteran for his service.
It is an interesting.
It was so awkward. I was like, oh,
that's great. Yeah. So anyway, it's gonna be fun. Jock Jams. I think I'm just gonna rely on just being goofy and zany and quirky.
You have 5 minutes. Give it all your energy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't be in a rush.
Yes, which is the natural, I think, thing for me to do. For most people to do.
High school baseball coach, when it came to like a slow ground ball or turning a double play, he'd say, "Be quick, but don't hurry."
Yeah.
So whatever that he wasn't like a stand-up comedian coach, but he got it. You knew.
What's his name?
Coach Pierce.
Coach Pierce. Okay. That's great.
hey, wait, not hurry there. Hey, let the joke come to you, baby.
Okay, yeah. So
I would love that. That's your great crowd work last night. You kind of build it up like you have this big joke prepared. Like, okay, and what do you do? Okay, cool. And what's your boss's name? Mr. Fleming.
Mr. Fleming. Okay.
Mr. Fleming.
Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome.
You never say anything.
Kansas City.
You never say a joke.
Ellis Custom Creations. If you're interested in a custom table, I will deliver.
Tomorrow morning, I'll be at McLean's Market.
McLean's Market. Yeah. 8 to 4. Forever. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny. The guy who does crowd work and he's just friendly. That's his thing. Oh, really? I had a couple of friends who worked at Garmin. Okay. And do you like it?
I think I am going to do like the easy to celebrate thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So Scott, go crazy for that too. All right.
I'll go crazy. Are your parents going to be there?
I think
already went over it, Scott. Already went over it. So you have to listen. Have to listen to the pod.
Have to listen on Monday, he said.
Before we get any further, we need to talk to you guys about something. Maybe you've seen it if you're watching on YouTube. We have a new sponsor, and I don't want to say like our favorite one. I don't want to choose favorites, but I'm very, very excited about this one.
Yeah, it's our favorite one we're done for this episode. And I'm fired up about this episode. I'm feeling good about this episode.
Yeah. So, we are very excited about this new partnership we have. You can see it on the screen if you're listening. It's a company called Chike. 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 It's Chike Protein Iced Coffee. And I know you guys have been wondering, Brad and I've had a ton of conversations on the podcast, like, who are we going to make the official high protein, low sugar, protein iced coffee mix of the greater Johnson County area, including the Quick Trip on 55th, but not the Sonic on Merriam Ave. And we've decided to go.
People have been asking, pining. Please tell us.
Choose. And we've decided on Chike. They are the official sponsors.
Officially.
Of that category. No, it's cool. They are OG Ghosties.
Shout out Mac, man.
Some of the people who work for him. And he said he's been thinking about reaching out and sponsoring us for over a year. Talk about quick, but don't hurry.
Yeah.
He gets it.
But he sees the opportunity because he's like, hey, this is integrating perfectly with their lifestyles right now.
I think he was waiting for us to finally take hold of our health. Yeah. He's like, finally.
He's like, I think this Rachel guy could be good for Jake,
Can you please not misgender my girlfriend?
Yes.
Thanks. I think this Rachel girl.
I think it's Rachel gal.
Thank you.
Maybe that's what I was trying to say. Maybe that's what I mumbled through.
We'll never know. Quick, but don't hurry, please. But anyway, so yeah, he's like, now that you guys are finally like trying to like diet, Brad's doing the intermittent fasting. I'm doing the no added sugar thing. He's like, I wanted to reach out. I think it makes perfect sense. And we did too. Brad was already like a consumer of this.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome.
I didn't want to, I'm very honest when it comes to these partnerships. And so I was like, I am not going to advertise them until I've drank it. So we got ready to record. Brad's like, crud. I forgot to bring over the Chike for you. And so we stopped. I went, I made it. And what did I say? I said, this is amazing. This is going to be so easy to sell.
And then you tried it again. You're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I confirmed. I was like, yeah, that's good.
So
yeah, it's good.
So the idea behind it, I'll just read what they said, but the idea behind it is it's protein plus 2 shots of espresso. So it's energize and enhance your day with Chike's ridiculously delicious protein iced coffee packed with 20 grams of non-GMO whey protein.
GMO, what's that stand for, Brad?
You really want to know? Or VBS?
Your call, dude.
GMO, genetically modified organisms.
Cool. I actually didn't know. So thanks.
Non-GMO whey protein and 2 shots of real espresso coffee, which is 150 milligrams of caffeine. If you can't tell, I'm freaking out about it. This is not your ordinary cup of Joe. It's only got 120 calories, 1 gram of sugar per serving, which is, compared to like the vanilla lattes that we usually get,
it's like 40 grams.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you can indulge without the empty calories, added sugar, or guilt associated with coffee house drinks. It's gluten-free, keto-friendly, and never any artificial colors or flavors. And my favorite thing is that it has protein, because Scott is giving me this ridiculous macro diet of like, hey, Brad, have 250 grams or whatever it is of protein. And that's really hard to do without supplements like
Brad's
this.
Been eating 19 Cliff Bars a day.
I'm just like, yeah, Bear Bells and Chike.
We lowered it.
Yeah. So it's awesome because it also, contains so much protein. It's just amazing. So,
I truly think
20 grams of protein per serving.
They kind of suggested like how people like it. They're like, it's a perfect breakfast replacement. It's like a post-workout shake or afternoon pick-me-up. I think it's going to be 2 of those 3 things for me, because one, I was actually telling you today, before I even knew this was like in their like their notes, was like, I was like, I'm losing weight because there's no sugar thing. Like, I don't know if it's actually because there's no sugar or because I can't find anything to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Because it's all sugar.
Yeah.
So like, this is great. Actually, this might be a great pick me up.
Oh, and since I'm intermittent fasting, I don't have my coffee until, I don't have my Chike until like, 12, 1 o'clock.
Don't even talk to me until it's 12 o'clock and I've had my Chike.
And usually my kind of like rhythm of my day is I go in, have lunch, and then I'm kind of like a little bit lethargic from like 2 to 4. Like I don't get nearly as much work done. Now that I got my Chike in me, we're golden.
Yeah, truly. Just like, we can talk about this for another 5 minutes, but just like, I would really encourage you guys to check it out. If this is even somewhat enticing, it tastes very good. And I think it can really help you out if you're looking for more protein, less sugar, and a little pick me up at whatever part of the day. So we got a special offer for you guys. You can get 15% off.
No way. $15 for everyone.
If you guys head to chike.com, so it's CHIKE. I'll go slower. That was kind of like Brad telling me the phone number. CHIKE.com if you want to ride the tricycle. And want to be like Chike.
Like Chike.
And use code Ghostrunners for 15% off. Also, you can just use the link in the description of this podcast to get 15% off. And support them, help support us. I think you guys are really going to like it. I'm truly like excited to work this into like my daily schedule. So, and
one of the cooler blender bottles I've ever seen.
I didn't even know this was
insulated.
I complimented it.
Yeah, they're very nice.
I didn't even realize it was a Chike one.
They're very nice. So all together, Chike, thank you for sponsoring us. They're ghosties. We love ghosties supporting other ghosties. So support them. They're a small company, Texas company, wonderful. So
check them out. Gosh.
We got
so many.
Oh yeah, we got pumpkin spice, I think original iced coffee. And then which one's that? Like maybe caramel chocolate, or maybe just straight up caramel. I mean, there's so many great flavors.
Yeah, they have got a lot. I love that.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Every time we do these like partnerships, we go over like how it's going to work. Like, we'll do a mid-roll ad and it's going to be 60 seconds. And then we talk for 7 minutes.
You never want to be like, listen, we'll do an ad for you and it's going to be 14 minutes long. But that's very well what it could be.
So I let that be note for future partners. You're going to get your money's worth.
Absolutely.
The ghosties are loyal, and me and Brad can't shut up. So
because we're pumped about people supporting us.
And it's caffeine.
That also helps. So
anyway. We don't take it for granted that people want to support us. So we want to do our best. But
100%. So thank you to Chike. Check them out. Chike.com.
I was kind of hoping it was pronounced
Chike. Maybe to you it could be.
If you're in Latin America.
If you buy it, you can call it whatever you want.
Hey, it's your Chike. Your body, your Chike. Brad, what do you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about my time in Carlton Landing.
Oh yeah, that little cult town. How was it?
Yeah, I think. Do you say that because of Trey?
No,
really.
I just say that from the pictures I've seen and how it's been described to me.
I feel like Trey's the only person I've ever heard that take from.
Oh really?
And his take was like, everyone there is super nice, and I'm like, that's such a Trey thing to like hate on a town
negative
because it's like people are too friendly. It is a very interesting place.
I've been thinking a lot about like a utopian, like
this is it, dude.
Lifestyle.
This is it.
And I just, there's probably like so much just like information out there about it of like why it could never work. Cause yeah, it's like if everyone's just like a good person, like you wouldn't have a trash man in this utopian world. You know, it's like, there's still like,
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I guess I'm imagining like this perfect world where everyone gets to like, you know what? You just keep going.
So Coach Pierce, let me think. No, so for anybody who doesn't know, I think I've mentioned on the podcast way back when, but it's this town essentially that was formed.
Man, that tastes good.
It's so good. Chike.com.
I just chiked myself.
You did. I chiked myself all the way to the bank. It's this community that, yeah, it's like 8-10 years old. I don't know exactly how long it's been going on, of houses right on the Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma. You fall into it. Yeah. But it is, I mean, it's just beautiful homes. Like all of them are designer, built, and they're all just very unique, very cool. And it's just like this very small community. And it's very, very interesting to me. I think you would be very intrigued as well if you went, Jake, because it's literally like the start of a city, but it's like the start of a really successful, it's like, it's not like it's like this tiny little town that doesn't have much going for it. I feel like a lot of small towns, there's not a whole lot of money, in small towns sometimes, like there's a discrepancy in poverty and wealth and everything. Like this is like really well set up town, like, but it's only got like one little coffee shop and one little pizza shop.
Let me ask you this. Do they have a trash man?
I would assume.
Okay. Good enough for me.
But they got, my friend that lives there, he's the pastor of the church in town. Like there's one church. For the longest time, they were meeting under a tent. Now they have like a building.
Now they have a tarp.
I think there's 300 homes right now, or 400, whatever. But the plan in the next however many years is supposed to be 3,000 homes. So it's like, it's going to be a bigger place and larger infrastructure and everything. It's just
more trash men.
The whole time, I'm just so intrigued by this, especially because we went from Sunday to Wednesday in September. And so there was like no one there because I think a lot of people, not very many people live there permanently. It's like usually people are vacationing there.
Instead of like snowbirds, it's like Carlton birds.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a ring to it, but seabirds. Got my seabirds back.
So it's but the whole thing is very interesting. It's almost like this interesting experiment of like, because it really
who wants to pick up the trash? Well, that's the experiment.
It's kind of interesting though, like what you're saying about the utopian thing of like, it could very well, like if there's a few bad apples in this town that all of a sudden people don't want to live there anymore, like all this goes down. I don't know. It's a very interesting, like, because it's such a small knit community. It feels like we just sent Hattie and the rest of the kids like outside, and it was just like, we're not worried about them like we would be at our house or anything like that.
You're not worried about the trash man taking them?
Not worried about the team man.
I'm not going to give up this trash man thing.
Anyway, the whole thing, I mean, it's just a really cool like resort. It's based off of Seaside. If you've heard of like 30A and Seaside, but it's like the Oklahoma version. And I think it's going to be one of those things where in 10, 15 years, I bet there's going to be a ton of these kind of places. But,
and you say, I was there when there were like 300 houses.
I was there.
One coffee shop.
There was one trash man in the whole place.
Please work him into the brag.
Anyway, it was just a really fun time. It was close to being a vacation. It was still a trip for sure. But we went with Catherine's sister and her family. It was one of her daughter's birthdays. Sloan Dog Millionaire.
Love her.
Sloan's 4th birthday. So went there for that. I mean, nothing like crazy happened. It was a pretty relaxing time. But
how was it missing another Jean Short shoot and having me do all the work?
Oh, please. I
missed
like forever.
I'm just kidding.
It was great. Honestly, it was.
It felt good.
Yeah.
Is that literally all it is?
Probably. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, look at some of the houses. Like, so yeah, Laura and Cole live in like this little like village almost of like 5 or 6 houses that are all built from brick, and they're like brick on the inside. It feels like this like little Harry Potter world, like inside, like a little Harry Potter home.
No witchcraft, please.
No. It feels like Left Behind.
Feels like
that's nothing. Like that's not even like that cool of a house there. Yeah, whatever.
Feels like Magic Tree House.
Feels like, dude.
Magic Brick House.
Okay. Quick aside for Magic Tree House. I know you read Magic Tree House as a kid.
Yeah, Jack and Annie.
Okay, Jake is a genius. I'm convinced Hattie's going to be a genius because of Magic Tree House.
Great books.
Like the other day, Catherine, well, she's going to be a genius for a lot of reasons. Probably one of them is also Catherine
genetics.
Just taking her to the library and getting books like this. But Catherine was like, we're going to get a book about Mozart and learn about Mozart. And Hattie goes, you mean Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart?
What? Are you serious?
And Catherine goes, how did you know that? She's like, Magic Tree House.
Jack and Annie told me.
Today we were talking about the studio, and like I was talking to Catherine about, all the different designs we're thinking and whatever. And
new Ghostrunners studio.
New Ghostrunners studio. Yeah. Sorry, I got a little Chike in the throat. Chike.com.
Every time you clear your throat.
Chike!
Use code Ghostrunners.
Ghostrunners 50% off. We were talking about the studio, and Hattie goes, Dad, what's a studio? And I kind of explained it to her, and she goes,
like, you don't know a studio and you know Wolfgang
yeah.
Amadeus.
Well, she goes, well, in my in my Magic Treehouse book about Leonardo da Vinci, they talked about his studio. Wow. I'm like, Leonardo da Vinci, like so many different crazy things from this magic. So if you're not, first of all, Libby, if you don't know, Libby is a great library, like audiobook app. Get on Libby. They have tons of Magic Treehouse books. Your kids will be smarter than you. You mean Wolfgang Amadeus? I love that. Like,
is Hattie following along visually, or is she just listening?
So every afternoon she has quiet time.
FOB.
Yeah,
to
basically.
Take from Kanakuk.
Yeah, Bo's asleep. Rosie's asleep. Hattie goes downstairs now because Bo is in Hattie's room, and she just creates things down there. Like right now, she's creating a puppet show to show me, like in a few weeks or
something. She found her studio.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if this is molding her to be a more auditory learner, perhaps.
It could be. I was convinced for the longest time that she wasn't listening to it. Like,
I would say it seems way harder to retain information that way.
Yeah.
But that's because I'm a visual learner, so who knows?
I mean, and granted, she listens to them almost every day, so who knows how much she's retaining, but she's retaining Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
I want to come over and watch a Chiefs game with you Sunday, but every commercial I'm talking with Hattie about like famous, just old people.
Should.
I want to talk Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Wolfgang.
Just go through the list of...
Hernando de Soto.
Who is that?
Just a famous conquistador.
Oh,
ask your daughter.
One of the famous conquistas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, it was... All I had to say, Carlton Landing was awesome. It was so much fun. That's all I have to say. Yeah, and Bo is a little bit of a punk sometimes, but overall, he's still just the man. He's so cute.
Hey, you can't be a genius and the man. And if he chooses the man, that's great.
I'm convinced Bo's not a genius. I'll say it. I'll say it right now. Bo will be athletic is what we're going to call it. Like TJ when he was in town, he's like, do you have any athletic kids? That's our way of saying like kind of ornery, like not as well behaved.
Oh, I see.
Like a little bit more like, out there and spazzy.
Athletic kids.
I was like, yeah, Bo's pretty athletic. And he really is. Like he just wanted to play pickleball and throw the ball around. But Bo doesn't really understand that not everything is a ball. And so he'll just come up to you with your phone and just chuck it at you. Or chuck it, even worse, at his little 5-month-old sister.
Yeah.
Say, you can't do that, buddy.
Yeah, Bo's going to be the camper who gets the 110% award. It's like...
He's not going to get the meek CQ, though.
Yeah, it's all the ones like, well, I ran out of the good qualities.
The Fwagnum. No, he's going to get Fwagnum.
Or, yeah. There was always like the 3 at the bottom. You kind of give the 3 worst campers. It's like, 100% or just hustle award.
That's so funny because I never viewed them like that. Like the awards. Obviously, like the Foursquare. So sorry, we're talking camp terms here.
They're like 4 or 5 good ones.
Yeah, Foursquare Life's like the big one that you get.
Or I'm third.
I'm third is I think silver. Right?
Okay.
What'd you say?
I don't know.
Foursquare Life is like you are Jesus. You're exemplifying things that Jesus exemplified.
I never told a kid that, so seems
pretty theologically accurate, right?
I was like, Jesus was white, just like you. Mm-hmm. So I want you. I would kind of 2 wrongs make a right kind of thing.
2 wrongs make a white. Anyway, yeah, and I never thought of the other awards as like less than, but I guess kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carlton Landing was awesome. So, and one shirt, dude. We get some hand-me-downs from people, and the ones that he's been rocking lately for shirts are these muscle shirts, and he loves them. They're like essentially like tank top,
skinny tank top.
Yeah, and he loves them. Oh yeah. Not a skinny tanks. Yeah, it really does. It looks, and he's got he just runs around in them. He's got some like that, and then he's got some like oversized, like Comfort Colors looking like graphic tees, and he looks awesome in them. So anyway, he's just the man. So, and Rosie's great still, guys, for anybody wondering about Rosie. She's
doing a thing, sleeping.
So smiley. Yeah, so fun. Makes a lot of noise, like a lot of fun noises. Scott, pretend like one of them. Give me a Rosie noise.
Fun baby noise.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Not bad.
The daughter's name was Luigi.
Yeah. Kind of, actually. That's not that off. So, no, it was a fun time. And cool. Did I ever talk about going to Fayetteville? I don't know if it's that interesting of a thing to talk about, but I went to Fayetteville too. Been a lot of places these days.
Was it interesting?
I got to see Ghosty Jeff Boyer. And that was fun,
nice.
Fun time.
You did that right after.
Way to make time for Ghosties.
Did I? Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I did it the next day.
That was a quick turnaround for you.
Yes. Yeah, we've had a lot of things going on. So yeah, it was fun to see Jeff. While we went to like lunch somewhere and we saw Garrett Perkins. Like,
oh, no way.
Yeah, at the place, and he came and sat down and talked to us for like 20 minutes. And
I don't know if there's anything better than running into people.
it's especially when you're in a different place.
Dang it, I should have used that for my s'more. I didn't even think about it. And it's just
I was like,
coming
is
up
that-
organically.
Oh.
Dang it.
Honorable mention. I'll write down.
Satisfying?
Yeah. It's just everything's fun. Yeah. Everything's great.
And
That's all I have to say.
I have like a few just like quick hitters from this past weekend. We don't need to spend too much time on them. So last weekend we made the joke about like Mortgage Linda, Yo Linda, Ma Linda.
Yeah.
Two things happened. One, Scott, as well as a lot of ghosties, were like, I'm
So
getting an
many people.
ad. I'm getting like a YouTube ad for a mortgage lender named Linda, which is funny. But even before the episode came out, all that started happening. I was doing something in my set on stage, and I talked about mortgage lenders, and someone goes like, "Woo!" And so I was like, "Oh, we got a mortgage lender here." And then her friend was like, "She's not one." And I was like, "Oh." And luckily, the podcast was fresh in my brain. I was like, "Oh, you thought I said mortgage Linda? Oh, I see." And so it was great. I got to use that, and I was like, "Your name's Linda. And you just have a mortgage."
So that was the joke from the podcast.
Yeah, I was like, I got to kind of use it again because it was like fresh because we kind of just made that joke, and then I got to
2 out of 10. Bro.
I got to like mention my speech impediment. I was like, you know what probably happened is like I grew up with a speech impediment, so that was probably my fault. I probably said mortgage Linda,
Yeah.
and you've said, and so that's not your fault.
Mortgage window.
Mortgage Linda,
Yeah.
So it was cool that came up, and I just got to do that organically. Also, that show, well, whatever. Focus.
No. Chike helps you focus.
Chike. We had one show Thursday, one show Friday, and 2 shows Saturday. We were supposed to have a doubleheader Friday, but the comedy club double booked on accident.
Oh,
Not with
I heard about this.
Not with a comedian,
Yeah.
but with Chris Daughtry.
Yeah.
So random. So you're probably thinking, Chris Daughtry, I've heard that name. Yeah, in 2008, he made some grunge rock. He also finished like 5th in American Idol season 4.
He was like Nickelback's like, long lost stepbrother. I feel like.
Yeah.
Within the last few years.
Seems like Daughtry's grasping for straws at this point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, he's definitely. I'm sure at one point he might have been doing arenas, and now he's like doing comedy clubs, which is fine. He's still doing his thing. But it was just so fun. I mean, just one of the last names you expect to hear. Like we got bumped by Daughtry, and so
Didn't you couldn't you hear him like before your show? Because he was before you, right?
Trey and Alan and Katie snuck in for like the last song, but I was hanging out with Justin that night, so I didn't go.
Okay. Do you know the answer to this question? Was he by himself or was he with a band?
He brought a full band on that tiny little stage. They
'Cause
brought their own speakers.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out, the vibe of like a comedy club room for a concert like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it's like an unplugged, like just acoustic and him.
That's what we all thought it was gonna
a
be.
nice, like intimate setting.
Because everyone's sitting at like cocktail tables and
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. Like it's not like they're gonna have a mosh pit area
And so I guess they just rocked out.
to people sitting down. I
don't know.
That makes me uncomfortable for the band. Like I do not like the idea of seats at a concert. So
Would you rather perform music with everyone sitting down or perform comedy with everyone standing up? Like it's like an area, like you ever been to, what's that venue in Lawrence? The decent sized theater there?
I mean, there's Granada,
yeah.
Granasty.
Like performing at the Granada and there's
Yeah.
no seats. Everyone just standing looking at you.
That's how it. Oh, you're talking about. Okay, I was like, that's how it is at the Granada. I get what you're
Exactly.
saying. So Brad, like this
Don't
comes
social-
out on Monday.
Don't social work me, Brad. That's how it is there.
The answer is, if I can choose what kind of music I'm doing, I would definitely do music with people sitting down.
And then you just play like a softer.
Like we went to Nickel Creek on my birthday. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And
Granada?
that was at Liberty Hall. And we sat in seats.
All
'Cause
that
it's
a
more
Chike.
like more chill.
I
Scott?
don't mind sitting and listening to music.
Yeah, but like certain bands like Daughtry is like enough of like a little like they're rock and roll. And so like
You just kind of bob in your chair.
yeah. And there's people there that are probably rock and roll concert goers, you
And
know.
this is as much as they could do. Because they're
And
sitting at a
then-
table drinking a margarita.
And then you have this awkward moment of like 4 of the people are standing up wanting to dance. And then it's like, I can't see the stage, but I don't want to stand up. And so then it's like, this is awkward. So yeah, the whole thing would be tough for Daughtry.
Yeah. So that was just kind of a
That's
fun
really
little
funny.
nugget. Something else happened. So we had one opener the first night, really nice guy, great Alabama accent, really liked him. It was cool just to chat with him. because some comedians, I feel like they're a little standoffish. They don't really love that we kind of took the shortcut to stand up. We didn't,
Sure.
you know, yada, yada. This guy was super great, super like, wanted to just know everything about how we got here, what we're doing, how he can learn and anything. But he was also just like super complimentary. He couldn't believe. So it was like, yeah, like I said, my first show that night went so good. I thought it went amazing.
Yeah.
And we were kind of talking and I was just casually sharing with him. I was like, yeah, I felt really good about tonight. I'll probably try another like 5 to 10 minutes worth of new stuff tomorrow night. And he was like, he couldn't believe that that's how me and Trey are like testing material. He was like, dude, I would not like, it was just really encouraging. It's like, oh, that just made sense to me. He was like, oh, I would do the same jokes over and over and over again and like really polish them before I move on to something new.
Isn't that funny? Because like to an extent, I feel like you want to seem natural up there. And if you're doing the same jokes over and over again, I think you could like make the argument that would make you less natural. Like if you're just like reciting something essentially.
Yeah. And I don't know if some of it comes down to just opportunities. It's like, hey, I only perform once a month, so let's throw a bunch of stuff out there.
Right.
You know, but anyway, that felt encouraging. He was like, he came at it with a very like complimentary way. He's like, that's really awesome that you're willing to test material.
Cool.
Cause he's like, for me, he's like, a crowd this warm, this great, I'm going to do my greatest hits here.
Yeah.
And he's like, and you guys are testing stuff out. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you got to do it at some point.
Is this the guy I met with Trey earlier today? He was telling me about, there was some guy that like toured with a pretty big comedian. Was that
Rodney
this guy?
Carrington?
Yeah.
He's about to go on tour with him. So this is the next opener. He was with us next 2 nights. And yeah, we met him and he looked so familiar to me. And he thought I looked familiar to him. And so we're trying to figure out if we have mutual friends or whatever. It's kind of a cool moment. This has never happened before. We found out we both recognize each other from our viral videos.
Cool.
So, and not even the stuff we put all this effort into on Jean Shorts. He recognized me from the First Time Golfer video.
Yeah.
Which has
Somebody
been
else
going
mentioned that.
gangbusters.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him, you know.
Sure.
It has been crazy. And then I recognized him because he had a clip go really viral. Some of you guys have probably seen it. To stand-up bit about how he met this guy named Jathan. Jathan.
I think I saw
Have
that.
you seen that too? Yeah, I mean, it got like 35 million views on Facebook.
Really?
He said he went from 0 followers to 30,000 from one video. I was like, I got to start posting more.
Wait, say that again.
He had almost no followers, and then one stand-up clip blew up, and it got him 30,000.
Wow,
it's
that's
crazy.
Cool.
So, anyway, so yeah, I finally put it together because I heard him on stage doing the Jathan bit. I was like, that's where I know him.
And remind me, was the guy's name actually Jason?
Yeah, so it's just a guy with a lisp. He was like, this is, got crazy baby names,
Yeah.
But it's funny, it's all the top comments because it went so viral were from actual Jathans.
Yeah,
it's like, easy, dude. I didn't need this.
There's actually people named Jason.
I guess there's a
I
few
know a guy
out
named
there.
Lathan.
If there's 35 million people, you're going to get somebody who's named Jathan.
Yeah.
So,
Jathan, if you're out there for us, comment below.
hey, yeah, comment down under
Jathan Hines.
under the description.
Yeah. Jathan Bourne. Jathan Williams, Jake's favorite basketball player.
Favorite Sacramento Kings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Good pather, good ball handling skill.
Really, yeah, just filthy with the I can't think of anything with an S. Filthy with the ball. Yeah, so thick.
Nasty.
Oh man.
So that was fun. A couple other just real quick notes. Andrew Thurbush, I follow him on Instagram. He's a little content creator himself. I like to see what he's posting.
Oh yeah. He like makes like videos.
Hey, have you not seen?
No.
Yeah, he like makes his own reels, which makes sense. He's a funny guy. Every now and then he'll have one like blow up. He got a reel with like 1 million views a couple months ago.
No, T Bush.
Yeah, he makes a lot of like Christian comedy content. Yeah.
Follow him.
Mm-hmm. I do.
I'm saying everyone else.
No, Brad, I already follow him. This comes out on Monday.
Thubuth. Follow the
I
Thubuth.
love when we get in that quick little rhythm of just every like inside joke from this episode. Just saying really quickly.
Yeah.
All right, move on. Check. Anyway, so I'm just I get done with my set and or not even my set. I think the end of the night, and I'm swiping through Instagram through stories, and Thurbush posted a picture of the comedy club and just tagged like Stand Up Live Huntsville. Didn't tag me. Didn't message me. He's gonna be there, and I'm like, yo, what? You were here?
Because he's from Kansas City, right? Or
what?
Sorry, I'm wrong. Where's he from?
Sorry, I got so offended by that.
What, you idiot?
What?
I thought he was. I'm thinking of somebody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I met him at the Memphis show.
What?
That tickles my lips every time I do it. So he's from around there somewhere.
Okay.
I just couldn't believe. I was like, dude, you were here. You didn't even say anything. I would have loved to have seen you.
Well, you didn't even say hi?
I didn't get to see him.
Oh,
he was already gone. So didn't get to see him, which was a bummer.
Andrew, if you come to the show tomorrow night, make sure you say hi to us.
Say something. So
wait,
honestly,
this podcast comes out on Monday though.
Dang it, Thurbuth.
Sucks.
So anyway, yeah, honestly, he kind of gave the Rachel Coop vibes. Just played it so cool that he left me wanting more. I wanted him, so I wanted to see his backhand. I wanted to play pickleball with him all of a sudden.
Absolutely.
So that was too bad.
Paddle.
There was another guy. Do you recognize the name Braden Parsons? I think he was the one who gave us the really cool logo that people love. The ghost running with the headband. He DM'd me and we couldn't connect after the show. So I feel like I left a few good men out there that I couldn't go see, but there are other ghosties there. So shout out, you know who you are. Oh, Kevin Stiles in the Guillotine League. He was sitting front and center.
Oh, Kevin and Michaela.
Yeah. They're really awesome. They brought some other friends. They're all in ghosty t-shirts.
That's awesome.
A lot of L custom creations, which was like, I'm the one performing.
I wish Brad were here. Though.
Brad is not even here. Honestly, he's probably on another vacation. So I don't know why you're wearing
that guy doesn't do anything but vacation.
So yeah, it was just wanted to mention all that really quickly.
Cool.
When I landed at the airport in Kansas City, Trey walks by a little bit in front of me on a rated baggage claim. I'm probably like 20 feet behind, 40 feet behind him. And a guy.
Thanks for the correction.
I just wanted you.
Yeah.
A guy recognizes me, but not Trey. Never had that happen before. I've also never been in a situation where Trey and I were walking at that distance where I could know that he had an opportunity to say hi to both of us. But yeah,
we walked past Trey.
Yeah, doesn't say anything, and then walks past me. He's like, "Dude, I love jean shorts."
Heck yeah!
And I was like, "Thank you." And I didn't want to leave. I was like, "This is awesome."
We had one
what
comment.
Else?
Tell me more.
What do you
like what's
use?
Like, do you like Brad too, or just me mostly? Like me.
What do
mainly?
you? Can you tell I lost weight in the videos? Gas me up real quick.
There was, we had that video of like who knows Trey Kennedy best, and there was one comment that said, "Who the heck is Trey Kennedy?"
One said,
and I was like, "Yeah, Chike."
What?
It's like
Chike. Yeah, it was. There was one comment that said that, and one comment right out of the gates was just like, "Whoa, I did not see this collab coming." And I think they were being serious. Or they worded it somewhere like, "This is the collab we needed."
Yeah,
it's like the whole thing is a collab. Do you not see that?
Right.
But anyway,
somebody also said, "I'm surprised that Brad is this fun." I was like,
I saw that recent comment. Like, I had no idea. Cool. They said something like, "I don't know why I'm surprised."
Yeah.
But Brad is so
mean.
fun.
Yeah, it was like,
but it was also a little bit like you could have said Brad's so fun.
I kind of, I don't know. I kind of like that she said it like that in a weird way. Like
you met her expectation. You exceeded them. Good job.
So
fun video.
Do you judge your distances like
Scott?
Putt on a green?
Scott wants to know if you judge your distances if they're a putt on a green.
Ooh, that is
20 feet, 40 feet. You're like, no, that was like a 40 foot.
I'll be honest, that has never once crossed my mind, which probably shows why I'm so poor at putting because I'm not factoring in how far is this putt. Just kind of eyeball it. Like I'm going to need to hit this one kind of hard, and then I hit it. I'm like, that was way too hard.
Yeah,
20 feet, not 40 feet.
Yeah. So, yeah, I do not. But good question.
Hey, good question though, Scott.
Yeah.
Good question.
Good little quirky.
What do you want to do? You want to s'more it up, or what are you thinking?
I want to s'more it up. I need some redemption. Some redemption.
Oh, redemption.
Scott, you can't redeem what if you never had.
This is my week.
Scott says this is this week. We'll see.
I'm loaded.
I am not. I have barely above the minimum. I should have spent more time driving in silence today.
Guys, don't be fooled. Jake is just being humble.
That is objective. Okay, whatever. I'm not trying to like sway you. I'm just like an objective statement of fact. Appreciate you guys. I won again last week, last week's a little hard to like. I don't even know what they were voting on because they were so specific to us.
Because I was like, do you relate to them or is it just the best ones or whatever? Yeah, that's fair.
Is fine. Just figure out how you vote.
I think vote however you want to vote. Like,
I'll tell you one way not to vote. I don't like the comments that are like, I was gonna vote for Jake, but then Scott's honorable mentions.
No,
that doesn't count.
Just in general, if you like them,
whoever's
whoever's the most likable of us all, whoever's like the one that's like you feel like is like the father to the most kids and like sacrifices the most to be here.
I mean, that's like saying like we lost by 2, but right after the buzzer, I made a 3.
Yeah,
it's like no, you get the allotted slots. You get 4 slots.
Yeah,
honorable mentions are just for funsies.
Really quick before we do s'mores. Speaking of buzzer.
We have not talked about basketball.
We had a doubleheader tonight, 6:30, 7:30. That's how it works.
Brad and I are hurting after a doubleheader.
I'm feeling all right now. Now that I got Chike in me, honestly.
Chike.
Maybe there's a different like protein. Is that thing? Thank you, Chike. I really do feel okay, but tomorrow I'm gonna need some more Chike. I'll just say that right now. Anyway, we died in the second game. Like
there was a noticeable lack of effort. Well,
Kind-
we started
no.
with subs.
We had all 7 guys there. Isaac
People are
and
dropping.
Will. Yeah, like Will like got some cramp that he thinks maybe is even worse than that. And Isaac, his ankles were hurting. Which I'm
Yeah.
like, my ankles hurt every single day of my life. Get out there. Isaac, at one point, Isaac's like, dude, I don't know if I could go. My ankle really hurts. And then he goes in the game and like there's a like one-on-one like layup for this guy. And Isaac jumps up and slaps the backboard.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Just don't jump then. I never jump and my ankles hurt. So anyway, but the first game we played, the team was good. The other team,
they were good, and it was a weird vibe. They
were trash talking Jake a lot.
which I thought it was kind of the whole team, but I guess it was just the guy I was guarding.
I mean, somebody got mad at Kevin at one point too.
They just had something to say after every foul, after every shot, and some of it was more just like, that's
basketball.
Maybe it's a thing. Every shot I took, there's a guy in my face going, that's off. It's just like, all right, like we're 30. I don't think you need to say this anymore. Just like stuff like that, like I would pump fake one time and like, he don't want to shoot. He's scared. It's like, I think can I pump fake? I don't know. Just like stuff like that. And, just like, they're just, oh my gosh, every foul, they're barking at the refs. And so they were clearly like pretty into this.
The refs called 1/5 of the fouls they should have called.
Yeah,
Isaac got contorted a few times.
They were letting it fly. Things were getting a little chippy. And the guy I was guarding kept bringing like race into it, which made me a little uncomfortable.
Were you able to tell whose team was whose?
It was another yin and yang game. It was.
So it was a kind of like just kind of more intense game than we would typically like.
They were very fast. Like they scored almost all their points in transition, and so.
But anyway, very close game, back and forth all game. About the last 3 minutes, the guy on our team who used to play professional basketball decided, all right, it's time. And boy, was it fun to watch.
Yep,
it was fun. Yeah,
I want to see him play.
We got down to I think.
Tate Unruh is his name.
They made a
Tate Unruh,
listener of the pod, I think.
I don't. Yeah, maybe.
He texted us one time and was like, I haven't listened to this week's episode yet, but so-and-so said I mentioned a lot. Yeah. So he made me believe it.
That's why I mentioned him again. So like people can text Tate like, hey, you got mentioned again.
Tate, this is the part, dude.
Dude, this is the part, dude. Chike.
But anyway, yeah, they made a free throw to tie it with 6 seconds left. And we didn't call a timeout. We just got the ball in Tate's hands, and he drove down, and they were double teaming him. They gave him the Steph Curry treatment. Like as soon as he passed half court, they started double teaming him.
He was the only person they guarded on our team, basically.
Yeah. And he can't really get to the basket. And so he just not even pulls up, but like does a step back like a Luka Doncic from probably like 28, 29 feet, fade away 3 to win the game as time expires. And the other team was just like, dang, good shot.
Yeah, there's like, can't complain about that one, man. Good game.
It was one of the hotter things I've seen on the basketball court. It was fun.
Yeah.
And then we had to play again, and it did not go as well.
And we had no energy. Even Gunner. I think Gunner ran out.
Cardio Gunner. Yeah, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Sing.
So.
But basketball was still really fun. I had fun with my friends.
I had fun with my friends.
We called Stack a lot, which is fun.
Yep. The other team, the second game kind of appreciates Stack. Yeah. They're like, keep calling Stack, man. What's that about?
There was a guy on the team. Well, a lot of their team, they had a jersey, which I guess I never paid enough attention. Leicester was a really big.
It looked like Lakers, but Leicester.
Yeah, word. And there was another word above it. It was hard to see.
What was it?
But there was one guy who, like, specifically on our team, white guy, looks a little like rougher, had a big old beard, shaggy hair, and I kept calling him Hannibal Lester. Couldn't get a laugh out of him.
I called every single one of them Lester. I was like, I'm guarding Lester. Who you got? You got Lester? There was one guy on their team who was ginormous.
I mean, it's one of the bigger guys I've ever seen.
First game or second?
Second game.
Second game. Yeah, I mean, like, I think he's bigger than most NFL linebackers. He has to be. Like, his shoulders were just, I mean, unbelievable.
Yes, everything.
Just like
in height.
I mean, like,
he's huge.
Yeah, 6'5", 240, probably. Just a lot of muscle.
6'5", I think. Maybe even, I don't know. Seemed tall.
Taller than us.
40 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah. I did. In the second half, like before, in the first half, I was kind of pushing him around because the refs weren't calling anything. So I'm like, I'm going to see what I can get away with here. And he was kind of soft in the first half. He like at one point he's like, he's pushing me in the back. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Do something about it. And then the second half, like right before we got in the court, he goes, I'm going to get you this half, or you're mine this half. And I'll just go, okay.
Okay.
And he did play really well. It wasn't like he like physically like imposed me the whole time, but he definitely did his will a few times. Like I purposely tried to foul him a few times. They didn't even call it. So anyway, it was fun time.
Fun times.
I think that's the end of the season, right?
What?
Is that not the end of the season?
Oh, I didn't think so.
Maybe not.
I guess we'll see next week.
Let's see. Anyway. Okay, s'mores.
Okay, s'mores. Thank you guys for the votes last week.
Oh, we have another basketball game next week, 8:30.
The order this week, Scott, me, Brad.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Congrats.
I mean, Scott said he's coming swinging, so let's see what he's got. First pick.
How the NFL draft works: when you lose every game, you get to draft first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Congratulations.
our draft is you get to choose if you're the winner. So, okay. So,
Scott, come up.
Yeah, get by a microphone.
Is this thing on? Okay. Most satisfying experiences. My number one draft pick.
Let me write these down.
You got?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number one draft pick. Picture this. It's 75 degrees outside.
Talk to me.
It's sunny.
Talk to me.
You're inside.
Oh,
Haven't been outside yet.
okay.
First step outside on a gorgeous, beautiful, crisp day. That is a satisfying experience.
You want to go ahead and make fun of him, or you want me to?
Are you kidding? You go out and you breathe that air for the first time each day? That was the first one on my list. I was like,
Okay, let me
You
poke
guys-
holes in this. Real
like
quick.
when you walked outside for the first time today, were you not like, wow, it's nice outside?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And you just took a deep breath and
So this is any day. This is the
No.
day that you're walking, to go and go to your work.
on a nice day.
Nice day.
Yes.
On a Tuesday.
Could be any day
Mm.
on a Tuesday.
Give me Saturday morning, 8 a.m. I love getting up early on Saturday mornings. That sounds nice.
You're watching football later.
You hear mowing in the background. You smell the fresh cut grass. You've already done some chores for the day. You feel pretty good about yourself. There's just a little bit of crisp in the air. I'm talking 67 degrees.
I'd
That's
even
all
go
right.
66.
There you go. Well, that's not what you
Okay.
said. So
Type that in too.
I will say I stepped outside a couple days ago. We were going to shoot like some outdoor scene, and I made the comment, I was like, "Whoa, it feels perfect outside right now."
Mhm.
Like whenever which I don't want to give you more ammunition, but like I think one thing I thought about writing down was like when you're wearing the perfect amount of clothing. Rachel and I always talk about that. It's like sometimes I'll be like, like a crew neck and shorts. I'm like, this is the right amount of clothing. I dressed perfectly for this weather.
I saw a tweet that said something like that. Like, this is a perfect weather for a hoodie and shorts. And so if you see somebody in the Midwest just like looking like they're having a spiritual experience, just let them go. Like,
Yeah.
because this is like the special time of the year where long sleeve tee shorts is like the perfect vibe.
But we said those things. Scott didn't.
Yeah, Scott didn't say
All
that.
right.
You get out of it.
Redact it.
All right.
Okay, my number one pick and most satisfying thing. Scott, please don't look on my notes.
Oh my gosh.
Too dark.
I know I did that on purpose and save some bat. I'm gonna say
Zoom it out. Freaking jerk.
this is a little bit, with something we talked about earlier, but not quite. But happens from time to time. Happens rarely enough for me that I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay.
Get done going to the bathroom. You got a no wiper
No
on your
wiper.
hands. Yeah.
That's good.
No wiper on your hands. I feel so accomplished for some reason. It's like I did something. It's like did I eat the right amount? Was it the right combination of foods? Was it like a...
And you never see it coming.
No,
I don't,
it's like...
right?
Yeah,
Like-
it doesn't seem like it's that uniform to where it's like, oh, when it looks like this, when it feels like this, you're going to...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a surprise.
Here I am.
Yeah, it's like a 500
Send me.
mystery box.
Yeah.
Whoa, no wives.
Oh, no.
Jackpot, no
No,
wives.
why that?
So yeah, that's just fun. I think because, and maybe somebody out there, really healthy, good gut health. I don't know what you're up to, but maybe that's happening all the time for you. Not for Bidet JK.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe
Yeah, we
after you
took
have some more Chike.
Get chiked and cleaned off.
Yeah,
And it's just really satisfying for me.
Okay.
And I'm just so proud of myself when it happens.
Love it.
Feels like I'm saving money.
Okay. It is. It's a great feeling. It's just
Thanks.
like, I always have to double check though.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, am I sure?
Did I miss it?
Did I not excavate deep enough? Like, right.
Did I just kind of scrape the surface?
Uh-huh.
I didn't go in the valleys?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I need to call before I dig here.
1-800 dig right.
Dig right. All right. I have two.
Call before I dig.
You like that?
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay. Okay. Let's see.
Does every region, because there's always felt like local commercials, but does every region have a local company that's advertising like, make sure you don't dig without
Yeah.
consent?
Sure.
Everyone's got that?
I bet dig right's a national thing.
How are they making money? They're just saying, call us and we'll check if you should be
I
digging.
don't even
and
know if that might be a national like service, like government service. I don't even know if it's like a private company. That's a good conversation. All right.
His name was Coach Pierce.
So, okay. My first of most satisfying experiences, Scott, picture this. It is not 75 degrees.
It's funny because I imagined like all of mine starting with picture this.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need it for the wife to rest. Oh yeah, I'm painting a picture.
It is not 75 degrees. You're in bed, probably a twin bed because you're a younger child. You wake up and it's kind of bright for some reason. You look outside.
Oh.
Snow has covered.
Yep. I knew
Snow has covered the entire, environment out there.
This is a good one.
You walk outside to your living room where your parents are always awake before you are, and your parents go, "It's a snow day."
That's good.
Snow day, baby.
Lose again. No!
The Rock.
EDM.
We're like singing
That's
school district.
100%.
Oh, waiting for it.
Baby. Oh, it was like Odessa.
Yeah.
And then it was like Ottawa. Ah, frick! Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Ours, Stockton was the like, in baseball when you have like the indicator, like after the chin is the sign.
Right.
Stockton was the indicator. It's like
And there were
Stockton,
so many churches. Like,
Oh.
if you're a small church, you're getting canceled. Like, just stay out of it.
You're getting canceled.
Odessa was always out of school.
Yes, Odessa R7 or whatever they were.
Yeah, we always had some schools. If it was windy enough, they just cancel it.
Well, I feel like I would assume that's how Stratford was.
Stratford was a little bit too
Yeah.
small towny, but because anywhere small town, it's a buses issue.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so my first one is snow. And even if you're an adult, I think there's something magical about waking up to just a completely different wonderland out there. Snow just like it just calms everyone down. Like, hey, you're 45 minutes late to work today. It's because of the snow. No problem. Snow problem. Right.
Hey guys, snow.
Hey, it's no problem. It's no problem, guys. All right. So
Hey, it's all snow, man.
Hey, no worries, bro. So that's my first one. Okay. That was my like 1-1. Like that was like, I felt really good about that one. Okay. Let's go with, oh boy. Running into somebody. No, I'm just kidding. Let's say you just came home from vacation and you remembered.
Of course, you bring up the vacation one.
This guy.
Happens to him all the time.
This guy, always out of there.
Like twice a month when you come home from vacation and
you just notice it's like, no, you come home from vacation and you come home to a clean house because you cleaned your house before vacation.
yeah, kind of like a making your bed.
Yes. No, you don't like that?
Scott's giving a thumbs
to me
down.
about it.
Yeah, hey, here's a mic. Here's a mic.
I'm trying to plant seeds in the voters' minds of.
It's a great feeling because you do all this work before you leave and you're like you're so focused on vacation, but then it's like, but I don't want to leave my house in shambles. That on the opposite end, that's a terrible feeling to come home to a just crazy shamble house.
Often do.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might not relate to this one that much right now, Jake, but someday it's amazing to come home and be like, look at how pristine our house is. We're set up for success. It's right there. So it's my second answer.
Yeah, that one, I think my thoughts are like that one's fine, but it doesn't do for me like, bio.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I'm trying to say it doesn't affect like my body the same way that like other things do.
Oh, I think a clean room, a clean environment is like so biologically like pleasing to me. Like
Maybe we're just different.
It 100% brings me. I have to like have a clean room before I fall asleep at night. Not you?
Yeah, so it's a little different, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I would come back anytime before. I'll like make my bed and I come back and I'm like, oh, I forgot I did that. Nice.
Yeah.
But it's not like I feel like this like dopamine or like, ooh.
Oh yeah. There is a different kind of peace. Like even like I have like sliding doors on my closet and they have to both be closed. Like it's a little bit OCD.
It sounds like you're scared of some monster in your closet. I have to lock the monster in.
Yeah, there's a clicking noise in there.
And I look under my bed and I turn my nightlight on. It's like, I don't think you're OCD. I think you're scared of the dark.
No.
No, it's this OCD thing. I've had since I was a kid. I did this.
Sure the bat is right next to my bed.
If I was at a sleepover, I would do it too.
Right.
Yeah, you were definitely just scared.
But I never went to sleepovers. I would always just stay really late and then my parents would come pick me up.
Take me to my nice clean room.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. My second one is gotta be. This one's a little specific, but picture this.
Okay.
A few days have gone by.
Yeah.
And every day you're just like, man, I'm running out of toothpaste. I need to add that to the list. I need to get some toothpaste. I'm running out. And you keep not getting it. And then you're like, I'm really, there's only a matter of time. I cannot have more toothpaste in here. You wake up the next morning, you're like, shoot, I forgot to get toothpaste again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, let's try. So you roll it back out again, and then you start rolling. It's like you're rolling up an air mattress, getting ready to pack it. It's like, I get all the air out here. You're rolling the toothpaste. You're like, there's no way. It feels like there's nothing in here. There's nothing.
We're done.
I get all the way to the end. It's so taut. And then I use both thumbs and I squeeze, and we got a little bit more. I get to go another day.
And then you gotta like scrape it on your toothbrush before it comes back down.
Yeah, you gotta be a little swift with it. It's hard to do with only two hands, really, because I need both thumbs to squeeze it, but then the toothpaste gotta be right there. Yeah, so that is so satisfying when you know it's like, dang it, I keep forgetting to get toothpaste, but then you squeeze it just the right amount, and you get like a little bloop, like just like the tiniest little morsel. I don't hate it on the toothpaste.
I don't hate it, but I will say I think you missed a huge opportunity. The first like opening of a fresh tube of toothpaste is so satisfying.
Oh, if anything, and I'm not trying to just be a contrarian here. If anything, I feel like I ruined something like so pure. It's like, where do I? Because it's like it was perfect, and now I've had like an indentation. It is now slightly concave.
Are you one of those psychos that push from the middle?
Yeah,
you dog.
Yeah, I just whatever feels good.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Get in there. It's like a Chike shaker bottle. You know, just grab it in the middle and just kind of shake around. And then when it comes time, it's like, all right, now we got to do this, type A way and roll up the scroll a little bit.
You literally are rolling it. That's great. I know
when it comes to the end,
Catherine has like cut it off from maybe not toothpaste, but like lotion and stuff. She'll like cut off the end to like get every little bit out because it's like expensive lotion or something.
Oh wow.
So
hope so.
Things to look forward to, Jake. All right, Scott, you got two.
Okay.
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 All right. Picture this.
Okay.
You're sleeping soundly.
Oh yeah.
Your alarm is set for 7:00.
Yep.
I thought about going this one.
You wake up unexpectedly. Maybe you
Suddenly,
gotta go pee.
I'm awake. What did you say on The Office? Yeah.
You gotta go pee. I don't know. You hear something, maybe whatever. You're like,
monster in
dang
the
it.
closet.
You're like, dang, it's probably gonna be like 6:45. Like I gotta wake up in a few minutes. You look at your phone. It's like 3:00. And you're like, oh, I still get to sleep for 4 more hours.
Yep.
Great feeling.
That as a reminder, you can do that every night if you want to. It's called drinking a lot of water before you go to bed. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's what I do often, and I love it. It's a great. I can't believe this is another like fresh tube of toothpaste like experience. You could have said when you wake up at the perfect time without the alarm. Is that where you were going to go with it? Were you going to go halfway through the night?
I think that's good. That's good. It's congruent.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Cool.
Halfway night. Wake
Extra
up.
time sleep.
Do you fall asleep if I get up and go to the bathroom and then come back into bed, it feels better to me than if I just wake up and realize it's 3 a.m. and then try to go back to sleep. There's something about like one or the other.
Because it kind of gets you cold for a second, then you get back under the covers and you get warm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. My third pick. Picture this. You've just spent, and this could be high school, college, whatever level of education you want. You've been grinding.
2 master's degrees. Shout out.
You've been grinding the last week of school, plowing through finals.
Yeah.
You get to your last final.
Yeah.
You finish that baby.
Yeah.
And it's summer.
You walk out of there.
You walk out.
Jake.
Nobody left.
Yeah. And like in my case.
Help him out, Scott. My gosh.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Good old crew neck.
All right.
So like at BYU, we had a testing center. It's just this building where everybody goes to take tests.
Let's put some punchlines in there. No, go ahead.
Yeah. But like, so everybody's in this massive room taking a test, and you finish your test, you turn it in, it's on Scantron, you go down, there's a TV, and it shows you your score like immediately.
Interesting.
So like for me, finishing that last test, walking down those steps, seeing I got a good grade, and boom, it's summertime.
Yeah.
That is a satisfying experience.
Yeah, I agree. Like
anytime you're done
end of
with
semester at all. Yeah.
Anytime you're done with school for that year, boom.
Do you think the summer or the Christmas one? I loved
Christmas break.
Christmas
awesome.
break, man. Like that feeling of like, I don't know, that Christmas vibe at a college is just so fun. Yeah. So, okay. So last final, I'll put now.
Last.
Nice.
No more testing center.
Yeah.
All right, my third one. Picture this. Wait, I'm sorry. I think I heard. I thought I heard like a coyote or something.
What? I did that the other day in the car. I also did this thing. Sorry, along with that weird habits last week, along with the weird laugh, I do this thing a lot, which is a different kind of laugh. I'll just go, ha, ha, ha.
That is weird.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, sorry. Picture this. For certain people, this one's gonna hit home. So one of you's making a noise. It is so faint in my ear. I can barely hear it.
I used to do that.
How are you doing that?
I used to do that with like a phone, like vibration noise, and it would like in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I go, ready? Sorry, a lot of Chike.
Michael Scott. What was that ringtone? It's like a jackhammer. It was like a nice. And it's like, was your phone on vibrate?
Wait, I don't know that.
Really? That's it in the office. Michael
Really?
bought a phone because he liked the ringtone, and it was just on vibrate.
It must be like an additional scene or something. Or maybe
Look
I'm just
at me.
imperfect.
No.
Maybe I'm just imperfect.
Maybe, perhaps.
Dwight is wailing at his house. When Jim
Yeah, it does sound like Dwight's wailing.
Yeah.
Picture this: you are leaving a building. Maybe it's a movie theater. Maybe it's kind of a cold restaurant. You weren't totally aware of like your body being cold.
Okay.
But the second you step outside, it's like 79 and humid, and that humid air hits you. It's a rush of like, oh, I've been cold for an hour.
This is like Rachel rubbing off on you, basically.
I think I've always been this
Yeah.
way. I don't think my body temperature is changing
it
because
has.
of her.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's just that warm, humid, like summer air hits you, and you're like, yeah, that restaurant was cold. And this feels amazing.
Okay.
I just want to stay out here in this warm, humid night forever. Like my skin just feels like it's just beaming with humidity. Oh, it's such a rush.
Okay.
I love that feeling of just being like swamped with humidity on a nice summer night.
Yeah.
That's why Los Angeles sucks. No humidity. It like gets cold at night there, middle of summer.
Really?
Chilly.
Okay.
Sometimes.
What about
Sometimes.
Arizona
Scott's at Arizona.
at Luke's house?
Scott's at Luke's
Cold
house.
night, getting into the hot tub. That's a good.
Scott mentioned the hot tub. Not a hot tub guy.
Really?
Yeah, just not that much. It seems like more of a hassle. Like I'm never in a hot tub and like super enjoying it. Like it doesn't do a ton for my
Really?
body.
You did not get in the hot tub last year.
Yeah, it's just like not like, and it's not like me trying. I don't know. It just truly, it just it doesn't do a ton for me.
I could tub every single day of my life.
Really?
Oh yeah. Every single day. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't really tried to like
It's-
pinpoint exactly where that comes from, but it just like just an experience that it's like I don't necessarily love this, and it's like in and out of the hot tub is so cold, and
Well, you
I'd
like
rather
being,
just like
you like being cold inside and going outside to the heat. So why would you want to be like in the hot
yeah,
tub?
that transfer of time, yeah, in and out of the tub, and I'm all wet now. It's like, I mean, room temperature is pretty good.
There
I
you
feel
go.
great right now in a recliner. Anyway, human night, walking out into a human night from a cold restaurant.
Okay. My next one is going to be, picture this. It's high school. You're knee deep in sports. Well, really, this one specifically for me is football. The end of the line here that I'm going to say is coach bringing it in at the end of practice.
What?
That feeling. Listen, so at the end of football practice for us, and I think this is probably true of most sports besides golf.
We brought it in.
Was you at the end of
Gloves in the
football? We always ran sprints, right? Did you do that at the end of basketball? At the end of football, like every single end
I
of
guess
practice was like
sometimes. Not like
you
in the
know,
middle of the season, but like maybe like preseason. stuff.
Preseason.
Yeah.
really I just was not a huge fan of practice in general, but like
Rather be on vacation.
but like you're hearing you're hearing like, okay, we're probably gonna do like 40-40s today. We're gonna do like whatever 20-100s or something. And it's like, oh, okay, here we go. And you're hustling I was a hustler in the sprints. I was not the fastest, but I made sure I gave enough effort.
Good.
Because I thought to myself, there's a chance that if we hustle enough, they'll bring it in. And every time, like you're kind of counting how many you've done, and then the coach blows the whistle, instead of like the one time per sprint, he just blows it like 3 times. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
Bring
yeah.
it in.
The feeling of knowing like running is over.
It's over.
Basically.
It's
Gotcha.
over.
I
I
thought you
did
were
my
saying like the
time.
feeling of bringing it in. I'm like, no, I'm so hot. The last thing I want to be is like near other
Sorry,
bodies.
no, not like, basically the end of a hard practice.
Just like
And
knowing
like
that it's
feeling
over.
of like, yes, we get to be done. because and there was a few times when I remember like we'd bring it in, but we didn't bring it in well enough. Seriously, it was like somebody's not on one knee. Like get on, you need to get on one knee.
Coaches were all about the way you should kneel and be present.
Someone's not making eye contact. Get on the line.
Hey, eyes on me, guys. Eyes on Coach Jones.
But anyway, Coach Pierce. And so that feeling of like you are dog tired, but like you're pushing yourself, and then all of a sudden it's like, bring it in. Break it down. Yeah.
That feeling of just like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a little better than just bringing it in.
Sorry.
I don't love a good bring in.
Bringing it in. Yeah. In the sense of like, you are done. It's over. Yeah. You accomplished this hard thing.
But just right, bringing it in.
Okay. Yeah. Bring it in.
I don't know what the noise is. I think you have a smoke detector that means batteries change. I keep hearing that.
I have started hearing that, but no, what I heard earlier was like a distant coyote.
I heard it too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I get two. And then my next one, we'll just keep it simple, I think.
Do I need to picture it or do you also listen?
I think just listen to this. Listen to this. Did you hear that? No, because it's absolute silence because your baby is asleep.
That's a good one.
The feeling, whether it's on you, like that's an amazing feeling when your child falls asleep on you.
Skin to skin.
But also just like, oh man, like especially the last like sleep of the night, the last like when they're going to sleep for the night and your night can officially start essentially.
Their final resting place.
Yeah. It's a wonderful, when you walk out that door, to their room and they're asleep and you're good. You're ready to go.
In my one night caring for a child, I felt that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like Rosie hadn't really cried that much. And then right when we like started trying to like do the whole process, like change her diaper, get her in the sleeper, it started getting a little Chike on me, and I was like, I don't love it. It's getting pretty loud. I don't think she's ready to sleep because I couldn't fall asleep if I had just got done screaming.
Yep.
And so it takes a few minutes for like kind of like sitting her down, rubbing her back, whatever. And then it just kind of got quiet. Yes.
Yep.
But also, there was also an aspect of me. I was like, was that good? Is she fine? Will she sleep?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so funny that
Do I need to read her a story?
I guess I anticipated like Rachel doing everything and you just being like, great, good job.
No way, dude. Hand in hand.
Putting her in the
Two
sleeper.
becomes one. Yeah, no, I was there. I held the arms. I like distracted her. Rachel got the legs.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my list.
Okay.
Jake,
it's back to me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
My fourth and final one is going to be, picture this. Okay. You're downtown, a place you don't often go. Place to be a little
Cruising down the alley.
No.
Okay.
Main city street.
Love it.
Main, maybe Grand.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Let's say
Cruise
Grand.
buffet.
You're going down Grand Street and you want to, there's like a primo parking spot in front of Messenger Coffee. You know, you don't normally get a spot right there.
Yeah.
Got to take advantage of this. Whatever. You're driving downtown. Why did I just almost get ready to say down? Do you guys know it's downtown? And
yeah, you almost just said it twice right in a row.
Yeah.
You're driving downtown.
I don't know why I just had a little lapse there, but there's cars behind you. Stakes are high, but you've got a spot available to the right. It is going to require you to parallel park.
Mm-hmm.
So you get up where you need to be. You put the right blinker on. They know you need to like parallel park on the right. You start going reverse. You start swiveling to the right. You think, all right, that seems about good. Let's start, creaking it to the left as we're reversing. And then like, I think I nailed it. You're all the way to the left. You're pulling in and then boom, you're parallel. It's like, I just did a 2-point parallel park in
100%.
Downtown Kansas City with all these people watching. That Messenger's got glass doors. They all saw it. They're going to crown me king when I walk in
people
there.
Standing up.
Yeah, I'm going to run for
you.
mayor. That was amazing.
Okay.
I did it under pressure. Once again, just feel so accomplished, but also just so satisfied. Like I nailed that. I didn't put it back and drive again. I mean, I just nailed it. I'm in like 22 inches away from each car right now.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Man, that feels good.
Okay.
Does Tesla not have the self parallel parking assist?
Got to pay for it.
Really?
When you have the acute skills that I do, you don't need to pay for a service to parallel park. I am the software.
Unnecessary money.
Yeah, I am the one who knocks on the Prindle. You get it. All right.
My one pushback, because I like pushing back, is you have a tiny car. So how hard it can be. No offense, but
It's not a tiny car. It is like a
It's
full-size sedan.
no, a full size sedan is like what Scott has. You think yours is the same size as Scott's?
Yeah.
Probably pretty close.
Yeah.
No, I disagree.
Might be. I would say it's
less than a foot shorter than mine.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say that's the same. Okay.
I think, yeah, it's not a truck. It's not a, U-Haul.
Nope.
So I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But
it's not a trailer.
I still think it requires some pretty
good
parking skills to do that. A 2-point turn.
Okay.
I do it from time to time, and I feel like the man.
Okay. I great. That's great.
All right. There's going to be some good honorable mentions too, because this fourth one's been hard for me
Yep.
to decide on. But my last schmore as most satisfying experiences that I've ever had in my life.
It's gonna be something about golf.
Walking out of the theater after seeing
Turn your phone off.
walking out
No
of
one likes ruining the movie. I remember those ads. Anyway, yeah.
walking out of the theater after seeing Top Gun
What
for
about,
the
like-
first time.
Oh, okay, the first time.
First
yeah.
time. That was one of the most satisfying experiences I've ever had.
What about like the second time when you walk when you know it's coming and you hear that first like little chime? Boom.
When they transition to Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Okay, Top Gun.
Top Gun for the first time,
Okay.
specifically.
That is one of
Very-
those
Very satisfying other times, but the
that
first
is-
time
that is one of
was...
those fun things that like is so like sad that you can't replicate it because it's like
Yes.
I can't go back to the first time.
Yes. And going into the movie, I told myself, I was like, you're only going to see this for the first time once.
Yeah.
And I just bathed in that the whole time.
That's
It
awesome.
was glorious.
Okay.
Do you want me to go ahead and do honorable mentions?
Yeah, give us your honorables.
Okay. This was one I'm trying to get a win here because I don't know how many
Sure.
people can relate to this, but this was going to be my fourth one, is proving Brad wrong.
When have you ever done that?
Just the other day
Tyson
with McGuffin.
McGuffin,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's the thing, why it's so satisfying, because it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
And this has been a hallmark of our friendship. I don't know why, but you just don't prove Brad wrong very often. Brad is right a lot. So when you do get that magical moment,
Yeah.
like, yeah, as soon as that lady said, sure, I was like, yeah. Clumpy puppy chow is another one. When you get the perfect ratio.
That's good.
When you get the perfect ratio of like chocolate and peanut butter, and you get 3 or 4 checks clumped together.
That's a great answer. That gets me fired up to watch Chiefs game with you.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Wish I could. Can't partake.
Yeah, no
Into
shit.
Chiefs game
Or Chiefs.
Pop chop, pop chop.
Oh.
in the Pichow. Jake said, "Wish I could, can't partake."
Another one was either or, getting stuff for free or getting a great deal on something, like unexpectedly. Somebody's
to me.
like, "Oh, that's actually 2 for 1." You're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, cool."
Yeah.
We're starting to get more and more just random golf companies reaching out to us like, hey, Trey and Jake, love your guys' stuff. Would love to give you some gear. I think Trey is like, I have so much golf gear. I'm like, bring it on, baby.
Yeah.
I don't really love your brand and the designs, but I use another hat.
Sure.
So, I mean, literally today, I ordered like, just so much crap I don't need, but it's like, it's free. It's you rubbing off on me, Brad. Is what it
100%.
is. It's just like,
you get to pick stuff.
one company said, here's a promo code for a $300 gift card. So Scott's just deceased over here.
I mean, you're gonna get his leftovers. I mean,
Yeah, so
Yes,
we
as long
wear
as
the
I
same
get-
size.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll throw some stuff your way. I mean, it is fun. And yeah, honestly, what we're trying to do is get one of these companies to just have us on retainer. So once that happens, and now I'm going to have all these clothes that I can't wear. That sucks, because I got to wear this one company. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Okay.
Love it.
Yes.
I relate.
Thank you.
You got any more?
I think I have 2 more.
Okay.
After you had a cold and you are finally able to breathe out of your nostrils again,
Yeah.
that's pretty satisfying.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's one of those things you take for granted, being able to
Yes.
breathe out of your nostrils.
Same with tasting. Like I get like when I get really bad colds, I can't taste anything,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like, do I smell something? I think I can taste.
Yeah. I've never
It's
experienced that, but I can imagine that would be tremendous.
Yeah.
And then the last one was hearing like a song that you just love for the first time. Like the first time you hear a great song, you're like, okay.
Or what if it's just like
Bump
a
it.
song on the radio? Like I think just in general, songs on
yeah.
the radio just hit
Songs that you
different.
love, and it's like, oh yeah, they played the song.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Those are
good.
my mentions.
You got any?
Not much. A few came to mind just when we were talking about that. Just like, getting your text and emails down to 0, something like that. Or like having your phone, your laptop, everything charged 100%.
Right. Like adulthood wins was like so much of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
The main honorable mention, the other thing I actually had written down that I didn't decide to go with was like spelling a hard word correctly on the first try when you kind of surprise yourself. Like, whoa, I just nailed rhythm right there. I don't even know how to spell it, but I just kind of threw the letters I know are in there and just nailed it.
And it's there.
Restaurant, rhythm. Some words that have like double letters. Millennium. It's like, oh, I guess there are 2 L's, 2 N's. Okay, nailed it.
There you go.
It's kind of satisfying.
Okay. Nice. Mine were hitting the gas tank at exactly like a even number, like $1.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
Just feels good.
Yeah, $1, huh?
Catherine's
cutting her lotion in half. You're getting gas $1 at a time, dude. Do you have monkey problems?
Why I oughta with this guy?
Why you want a knuckle sandwich or something?
Come on, drink some more Chike and get back to me. You know what I mean? It's more like, I hit it at a perfect $94 with my truck.
Still fun.
Yeah, it's like
kind of cool, but whoa, look at that number.
I'm trying to find joy in this.
Which we put that in the Gene Shorts video too, didn't we? We're like, cool, I got it right on the number.
Yeah.
It's $94 though.
Yeah.
So that doesn't feel that good, I guess.
Right. Okay. Just being on the same page as your spouse, I think just in general. Like it could be something as small as like I was thinking we should get pizza tonight. I was thinking we should get pizza tonight.
That's fun.
Like, because sometimes it's like a give and take of like, I don't know if we really need that. We have stuff at home, but it's like when you're on the same page on small or big things, it's just amazing. And like, especially the big things in marriage, like when you feel like you were just one and like really, vibing with your spouse. It's awesome.
When your wife says you can go play golf with the boys.
Like when your wife says you can play golf with the boys, that's happened to me twice in my life. So
a couple of quick things that happened like that with Rachel and I recently, probably like 2 months ago, just out of nowhere. I can't remember who suggested it actually, but one of us was like, all I want to do tonight is just like relax with you and watch Criminal Minds. And I don't know if we've ever talked about Criminal Minds before. It just like came up and then the other person was like, yes, that is so random, but sounds so good. That is like the most, just like, we're like, that would just hit the spot. And then the other thing, we both realized recently that both of our dads write down stuff. I mean, just stuff on envelopes. That's like how they take notes.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, is this like a widespread like pandemic? Are all dads doing this? I don't know, but it was like so random. Like both of our dads do this. This is interesting.
Are we talking fresh envelopes or like ones from the mail?
Yeah, like once in a minute, like they've opened it, it's just on the counter, and that's where my dad was like, just write down stuff. Yeah, always writing on envelopes.
There you go.
So it's kind of a fun little thing.
I like that. A few more. Oh yeah, put the alarm being unnecessary. That's just a great feeling. Running into someone.
Gosh, I love it.
Yeah. And then the last one, it's very niche. It's my Chris Berman of things. But that first time you hear the March Madness song at the beginning of the tournament, like when it's like, it's same with the Top Gun thing where it kind of starts off with like this little murmur of like, and then it goes, dun 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 ba da ba da ba wa ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba. Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba, ba-da-ba-ba. Da-dum-dum-dum-da-dum, da, ba-da-da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum, da-dum, da-dum, da-da-da-dum, dum, da-da-dum, dum, dum, da-da-da-da, 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 da-da, da-da-da-da.
That was your jingle for the week.
Yeah.
Actually. That reminded me. Well, 2 things. Sorry, my mom texted me. I don't think I told you this. I was gonna like maybe screenshot a story. I forgot. I'll say it on the podcast.
Okay.
Mom texted me. I was listening to your podcast this morning, and when Brad said Chris Bourbon, which is great, that's actually I thought to myself, I have no idea who that is. Then right after you said, my mom has no idea who that is. So that was pretty perfect. Or it's on the same page. It's like, oh, there's no way.
It's a great feeling. Maybe just on the same page as anybody. It's a great feeling.
Yeah. Feeling like, we thought the same thing without talking
connected. About it. That's great. Okay. So
went to watch NFL Primetime last night and they took it off early.
Really?
Yeah. Really annoyed.
Sorry. Let me recap the s'mores real quick. So Scott, these are the most satisfying things or most satisfying experiences. Scott said, first step outside on a perfect day. Halfway night wake up is what I put down.
Great.
Your last final of the semester and seeing Top Gun for the first time. Jake said, a defecation with no wipe. Jake said, toothpaste's last squeeze and you get one more out.
Yeah.
Warm summer air coming outside after being cold in a restaurant.
Yeah.
That's just hard to spell, but if you get it right on the first time, that's awesome.
Hey you want to eat?
That's so funny. I've never struggled with that word.
Okay, look. 34 on the ACT. Right?
Well, I struggle with other words. Okay.
Rhythm's tough.
I think it might be a 33 for the record, guys.
Georgianne, what do you get?
Whatever. In parallel parking on the first try.
Two
First
point.
try.
No, that's important. A 2-point parallel park.
Okay. Which is as little of points as you can get.
I would be impressed. You would have to. Your wheels would have to turn, like some of those futuristic cars you see on like Facebook reels. Like I don't think this is a real car.
Wait, can you specify 2 points? It's just going in,
Reverse and then
swinging it in. This seems like 1 point. I don't know. I guess I was thinking 2 point would be like going in forward after that.
That's a good point. That's it. Yeah. Wait. What is it? How many points is it? It's like one.
Going back is 1 point, and then
over. But Jake's saying like you're doing all in one
like
motion.
my wheels turn twice.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, 3 point
the
turn.
The perfect parallel park.
Yeah. Now think about it.
The P cube.
Everyone should be 2 pointing. I guess I'm saying a 1 point turn. If you have to do 3 points, get a new car.
Loser. Okay, and then Brad's 4 were snow days, waking up to a snow day, coming home to a clean house after vacation, bringing it in. Scott is supposed to be bring it in, but coach said, let's bring it in because the practice is over. And then when babies are asleep. So thank you guys. That's fun.
Thank you guys. That was s'mores. That was fun. Yeah, we've been going for a while. This is a really fun episode. So we'll kind of wrap it up. Because of kind of the workflow, we've got stand-up comedy shows tonight. Justin's out. I'm going to be editing this one. We're not going to do a jingle. It just kind of adds more to the workflow of editing this. So the March Madness song was your jingle. No, but we will play for audio. We are going to play a song at the end.
We gotta.
Like the good old days. We'll play something.
I
wonder if there's a Top Gun March Madness mashup on YouTube. I'll find it.
If there's not, Scott will make it.
Scott, you have 3 days to make it.
Yeah, you have 3 days.
Windows Media Player.
You always have to give him an ultimatum.
So we'll go ahead and do reviews of the week, and then we'll just kind of wrap it up.
Let's try to mash it up real quick beforehand.
Okay. Let's first establish BPMs. What are we thinking? 120.
I have no idea.
I'm just messing.
I don't know how to do this. Never mind. This is a bad idea. Whatever.
That's kind of fun.
That's harder than it sounds.
You think you'll do that tomorrow night?
If you want me
Maybe
to.
the second show.
Hey, if we get 50 cameos by tomorrow night, guys, I'll do it.
Would you rather do our cameos tonight or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Whenever.
Cool. Thank you guys for sitting in all the cameos. They're still coming in. Fun. It's hard to do. Sometimes we only get a 4-day window and Brad's always gone, so it's kind of hard to figure out a time. But I'm just kidding. It's just been the recurring joke of this episode. You work very hard. You do. It's just a joke.
Get me out of here.
Okay, my review of the week. This might be one of my favorite ones we've ever had. It is so good. I love it. The username is IT support, but it looks like his name is Austin.
Okay.
The review is titled "Reuniting with Old Friends." Review says, "Man, I've only been listening for a few weeks now, but it only takes one episode to make you feel like you're catching up with old friends. The way you guys joke with each other and talk about real life." The way you guys joke with each other and talk about real life invites those of us who don't personally know you into your lives. Also, I appreciate a podcast where you guys are unashamed of your faith. You don't always talk about it, but you also don't shy away from it when it's brought up. That is refreshing. Thank you for that. And us Ghosties appreciate y'all's dedication. Patiently waiting for each Monday. Austin. Great review. I should screenshot that and put that everywhere. I mean, that is great. That is everything I want to be in a podcast. Thank you, Austin, for recognizing it.
Yeah, thank you, Austin.
Beat that, Brad.
Can you give me the end of this title for the review? It's if you're in PA school, you need this podcast. Okay. This is from Straight Face Handshake.
Emojis.
Is the emoji. Yeah, it wasn't just say that. Which some people have weird screen names. So no, it will not give you any medical knowledge. In fact, over the years, they have said some medically incorrect facts. Oh,
I bet we nailed the colonoscopy thing earlier. Scott, you'll hear about it on Monday.
Okay. Let me run over.
Oh, come on.
Do you think
when was your last colonoscopy?
Never had one.
When will you get a colonoscopy?
When I'm 45.
Because why?
I feel like the age you need to start having colonoscopies.
Who needs to have them?
Okay, Scott, you win.
Like who needs to have them? Like
all men, I think.
All right.
Good.
All right. Well, all nozzle cleaners.
Yeah. I didn't know it was like a mandatory thing. I thought it was like something's wrong with you. You got to go and irrigate that colon. You got to take something, drag it out. I don't know. Call before you dig.
It's nice to have a laugh track. But when you're driving home at 10 at night, having been in class or studying for 12 hours and you're overwhelmed and want to cry, flip on the new sode and within seconds, you'll forget how stressed you are and you'll be laughing and carefree. Keep up the good work, guys. You make this PA student's life better.
Oh,
I was just talking to somebody last night about our podcast and like how it's not, we're not obviously intentionally trying to like address people in PA school or like address,
de-stress people.
Yeah. People that are struggling in their faith or, whatever. But like people have all these these really cool, testimonies, for our podcast. So thank you.
It's very encouraging to know that we don't always know what we're doing, but we're just putting our best foot forward and all the while being ourselves. And that's able to be, dang it, I just realized I didn't even turn that light on. Why would I not turn that light on? It would be way brighter in here.
Oh my gosh.
And I could have turned the fan on because dang it.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I got so derailed by that.
Your house.
Dang it. Anyway, it's very encouraging. So thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for turning on right before we are leaving, Scott.
How's that? How's that looking? Could have had that on the
How's
whole
that
time.
Chike looking, huh?
Idiot. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Seriously, just remind you guys again, this episode is sponsored by Chike, the official high protein, low sugar, protein iced coffee mix that you will enjoy in the greater Olathe and Shawnee area.
Yeah.
So
put that on a t-shirt.
Anyway, please consider supporting them, supporting us, and get yourself a little bag, 15% off. Code Ghostrunners. Click the link in our description. We would really appreciate it. But I hope you guys have a good week. Can't wait to update you guys next week on how the performing went. Scott's gonna be in the house, Jock James in the house. Me and Brad get to do our best. I'm gonna try some new stuff tomorrow night. I'm really excited about.
I'm excited to hear it too.
There's some stuff. How can I say this? There's like, it's gonna be really interesting because I'm gonna be talking about something that's like pretty. It's going to be about Rachel, and she has no idea anything that I'm talking about, but she's not there, and I don't think any of the people there are going to like tell her about it. So it's going to be really interesting, like stuff what I'm going to be trying out on stage. I'll tell you more specifics off the pod, but it's like this thing is like I'm almost telling a room full of people like a secret. Very publicly, and as long I think I'm going to say like, so, can you guys please not tell Rachel this? And I'm going to try to make that funny. So I'm excited to try new stuff out tomorrow night.
I'm excited too.
And I'm also going to Dallas next week for some really big YouTube collabs with Mood Swings.
You are always gone.
I'm working, baby.
Yeah, I'm working, playing golf.
Hey, I got to golf 3 days in a row. Good boss, calm me down.
The old ball and chain.
If anyone watches golf YouTube, we're going to be shooting with Micah Morris, maybe Matt Scharf, some other people down there. So
I've heard of Matt Scharf.
That's going to be a high energy.
Yeah, so really excited, very thankful that they want to make videos with us. It's going to be a good time. Going to have some good stories next week.
Good time.